All right, now we're back. So, did everybody get a chance to go online and check the recap from last time that I posted on tinybatman.com?
Where'd you
It
go?
is.
You
Oh,
didn't-
it's good. Yeah.
I
But
thought
I
you were
remember
sending
combat,
an
so
email.
I remember what was going on in combat. So
Here, I'll post it in the chat.
So you don't put it in an email. I need to go look for it in that.
Well, I sent an email out with the link, and it goes right to the
Okay.
page.
I missed it. I missed
but
it. I'll look for it.
I missed it too.
Did you? All right, I put it in chat. So if you want to just click on that, but basically, you guys, last time you guys had come into this room here, this room up above, and sort of checked it out. There was a northern door and a southerly door. You checked in the northern door, and inside there it looked like a fairly well apportioned quarters, and on the desk, along with some papers, was a large basketball-sized crystal sphere that seemed to have some sort of storm inside of it. It was kind of like a crystal ball, but not really. And Titus did some, dredging through the backs of his memory, and he feels like that this might be the thing that controls the storm. The problem is that usually it's not just the ball. You need a controlling wand or a controlling rod that sort of interacts with this kind of thing. The ball itself is more like a crystal ball in that you can view the progress of your destruction. It's the wand that sort of makes it happen. So without the wand, you can't turn it off. But on the other hand, with you guys, so you guys took that ball, the sphere. With that, the other person can't make it worse. So whatever's going on outside right now is stuck until you guys can find the person who has the controlling wand. So you guys are looking for that. Then you went to the south door. Inside, there is a hold on a sec. More of the lava stuff. You went in there. You fought some elemental creatures. You also looked inside a room that was obviously a torture room, where somebody had been tortured, and indeed, an elvish woman had been being tortured up until about 10 minutes before you guys arrived, and so you guys were like, she looked like that she hadn't been tortured for information. It looked like it was sort of an exercise in torture. But there was one guy in there dressed in chillaxian clothes. You guys aced him. It was actually a combination of Ono, who was invisible, snuck up behind the guy and sort of punched him out, non-lethal damage. Arendar had made some sort of gestures toward maybe we should question this guy, and about that time, 2 arrows took his throat apart. So there was no questioning to be had at that point. Then you guys went to.
I questioned him. He just didn't give me anything.
Yeah, he didn't give you anything without that sort of speak with dead spell. That was the question sort of fell upon deaf ears as it would. And then you guys checked out. Now it turned out that down in the lower right-hand corner there were some cells, most of them empty. One had a guy in there that you guys talked to. Nothing seems to be clickable today. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong level. So is this guy who was in pretty bad shape. So you guys, he had been obviously starved. He had been tortured. He thought you guys, when you first came in, he thought you guys were more of whom he refers to as Inquisitor Damius, Damius's men, and he begged for leniency. He's like, please don't, please don't torture me anymore. And you guys just gave him some food, which he promptly vomited all over the floor. But he told he basically told the story is like, look, I'm a wizard, and I tried to teleport to Sequin, and I was brought here. I had prepared myself by doing, fire resistance and stuff like that, because if you teleport, you burn up or something like that happens. So he's like, I prepared myself. I was ready to go. I came here. I was trapped in this room with a white pillar, which you guys guess is serving as sort of like a teleportation trap. It captured him, brought him here. He was tortured, interrogated, and generally treated poorly. But then you did go a couple of cells down, and you found actually one of the cells has this pillar in it that seemed to be, and you showed it to the guy, and he's like, yep, that's the place. That's where I was. And seemed to be that somehow these guys have been capturing wizards torturing them and murdering them if they try to get to Sequin. Then something from the past came up. You guys earlier had spotted some sort of weird zombie-like undead creature that had sort of translucent skin, and you could sort of see inside it. It looked like it had been, dissolved a little bit, but Titus recognized that it had some sort of magical trap inside its abdomen. You guys sort of basically locked it out of the cavern area and went about your business. But then somebody opened up the door and at the very end said, go now, eat them. And the creature began stumbling in. And so we've stayed in initiative. Although your bowstring, Wraith, your bowstring is fixed, so that's good. But we're still sort of in initiative role, so we can just sort of keep track of who's doing what. We haven't dropped out yet, so you guys see the creature. It is actually coming towards you, sort of sluffling over, making a low, sort of moaning sound, as you would expect. It kind of looks like this. So a weirdly green translucent creature. The translucency is weird because you can see sort of the bones and skeleture underneath, and even some even some of the muscles and organs, which seem to, but the skin and the bulk of the flesh seems to have been transmogrified in some manner that makes it translucent, because you can see all of that inside. None of the stuff inside the creature is moving, which makes you seems to confirm that it is some sort of undead. And that's basically what happened. Any question or issues or? I'm sorry.
Do you have any buffs on Les? I've got Les showing up, but
I don't think so. So we kind of dropped out after the fight with the elementals. We kind of dropped out, and there was a couple of minutes where you guys were talking to the prisoner that you'd released and investigating the cell. So there wasn't any combat. We just didn't. We hadn't actually turned off initiative yet.
I rolled a 20 for a spellcraft. Does that give me enough of an inkling whether or not breaking that sphere, that crystal, would end the spell?
Well, it's big. It's like a pillar. So it's
not the pillar, the ball for the storm.
No, they actually, that came up. Titus did a little bit of investigation last time and basically said this would lock it in place rather than make it go away.
Okay.
They'd have to change the name Sequin to Hurricane Town.
The only questions I have.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything other than that? Hearing none, I will let's fall into initiative. Wraith, you're first, but I also want to mention, Titus, you are on delay, which means that it's up to you. You want to pop in at any time. You just let me know, and we'll feed you into the initiative rolls. But let me know what your initiative roll is.
Thank you.
Where you want to jump in. But in the meantime, it's Wraith's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And then arrows.
Okay, at the creature?
Yeah.
Okay.
18 to hit and 18 to hit.
All right. I think those are both hits. Hold on a second. I was unprepared with my stat block. 1 second. All right. I'm guessing that's on a shambling zombie. Hold on a second. Here we go. That's what that is. AC is 13. So that is a hit.
So 8 and 7.
8 and 7 points of damage. So 15 points of damage. The arrows slam into this guy. And they seem to do, they jam in there, and this like sort of ichor comes flowing out from the holes, but it certainly doesn't kill the guy. You do see that he can, well, you don't really see anything. He continues to shuffle forward, and now is looking at you as he sort of moves towards the bridge.
That is all of my turn.
All right, then now it is Ono's turn. Ono, what are you going to do? You're over there, sort of next to Arendar and Vondrum. What have you got in mind?
Um, can I reach him and hit him?
Okay, you're gonna run over there and punch this guy.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Whatever.
you just got done punching fire last time, so this is nothing. All
Um,
right, so you're gonna you have to run across the bridge, go over there. It's approaching, but it's approaching kind of slowly.
Would you please move me? I'm sorry.
Can you not move yourself?
His
Um,
hands are kind of full.
Oh, you've got Tamar. All right, so you're just gonna run across the bridge. There you go. And get there and just sock this guy. All right, cool.
now can I expend a I want to spend a key point. And what I'm
Okay.
trying to do is to ensure that my punches will land even if this creature is magic and needs +1 or +2.
Okay.
Hit it. My key pool currently is at 7, so I'll spend 1 point.
Okay, what does that give you?
Let me here. Hang on, sorry about that. I hope I'm doing this right. Hey, hold on a minute here. Key point. Where'd it go? Key strike. Here.
Key strike. Unarmed attack. Oh, to be treated as magic weapons for the purposes of DR. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no worries.
Great. So I'll spend 1 point.
Actually,
And
as long as you have key, you shouldn't need to spend points on making the magic. They're just magic as long as you have at least 1 key point.
oh,
So that's a freebie.
Hey, I'm sorry. Baby girl, baby, listen. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold.
All right, we're gonna let him deal with that. Okay, we'll put Ono on to the side right now where he puts Tamar. Then we'll come back to him when he arrives. Arendar, do you want to do something? You don't have to.
Yes, I do.
Ah,
I'm just trying to. So I know we had that door closed, and
Yeah.
I know someone.
it's open now. Yeah.
Someone opened it and like sent this thing in, right?
Yep. Well, you heard his voice. He said, "Go now, eat them."
Okay. Look back at Wraith and say, "You got this."
Why did the arrows keep hurting it?
So it is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Because you're running past it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, is that the extent of your?
Yeah.
That's double move.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you go in.
It shows me over 1 on my map. It shows me just in the doorway.
Okay.
I basically stopped in the doorway.
Okay.
But
All right,
like
so
the other map, the Zoom map shows me going in and taking a step to the left.
Oh, what's going on?
But I did not take a step to the left.
Okay, I've moved you back. I may have moved you. I thought it looked like you were over there. Hold on, I've got this, and this may. We may have to stop sharing right away here. Hold on a second. No, we're good. Okay, so you're there. Yeah, no, you're back. Okay.
Okay. Yep, that's where I am.
Let me get this a little smaller. All right, perfect. Go away. Go away. Go to me. Cool. All right. So you run over there. That's a double move for you, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you come out that door, and standing outside of that door, you could see a guy. He's dressed like this. He looks like this. He's got a big old hat, black and red, dressed in it, very much a chillaxian looking sort of dude. And he takes a sort of a brief step back. And then, because he seems a little bit startled, and then he sort of smiles at you.
Okay.
But he doesn't say anything. Lorelei is up next.
Where the heck is she?
She is probably the southernmost
here.
person right now.
Yeah, I see her. This is kind of a dead end here, right? Where the cells are. There's nothing else that we found.
Yeah, there's nothing else, and there's cave walls down to the south. I mean, the door that Arendar just ran through looks like to be the only door out of this place.
Okay, well, she's gonna follow Arendar, I guess.
Okay, what's her
Poe's
speed?
She's got a 60.
60? Okay. Yeah, she can basically
Flying.
get pretty much anywhere in the building there if she wants to. So
Yeah. Hang on, let me get on my thing again. Okay, so she's just gonna fly up and get in the doorway so she can see what's going on in there.
okay. And she
That's it.
sees that guy too. Vandram, what about you? You've seen Arendar run to the doorway. It looks like he's looking at somebody on the other side, but you can't see them. You and Titus are sort of standing at the beginning of that bridge, and Ono has run across to attack this zombie. Now, you did that Arcana roll, the D12, the 12. That gives you, I mean, you've got sort of detect magic going, and you can see that there is some sort of magic that is captured within the creature, and it's sort of captured within its abdomen. You're not sure what's going on there, but it looks like either, well, frankly, it could be something like a claymore on a Roomba. Whereas this is a creature that goes into wherever it's going, and then something bad happens.
I'm going to share that information. Excuse me. I'm going to share that information with Ono,
Okay.
so he knows. Maybe the best way is just to break this creature's neck and put it down before whatever's in its abdomen goes boom. I don't know if there's any place down in here just to throw it into an abyss. I can't really.
Well, there's lava.
Yeah,
There's a
that's-
river of lava.
That sounds like a great place. I'm gonna encourage him to toss him in the river of lava if he can get a handle on him. I was gonna ask too, with regard to the pillar, was there some investigation done as far as breaking the pillar down so it wasn't working anymore? Did anybody look into that?
Nobody looked into it.
Can I do another spellcraft to see if that might be something I have some information on?
Sure.
18
So,
information?
for you're familiar to from an academic standpoint with the idea of teleportation hubs, right? The idea that you set these things up. Usually, it's people who are going to be teleporting take time and effort to familiarize themselves with something in particular, so that they can return to it again and again without fail. This is like that. Except for somehow it is capturing teleportation that comes within a certain range and stealing it away from its target location that it's going to, and bringing it here.
Really pisses it really pisses Vandram off. That's like epitome of bad juju.
Yeah,
Bad timing.
and now the pillar itself does radiate magic, but it's just as far as you've seen, it's just a white stone pillar about 6 feet tall. I think to your eyes, I think is the most important part is the fact that this hub, this teleportation hub, essentially, this capture mechanism is set inside a cell, so that anybody who is captured by this would be doubly captured, because they would materialize within the cell, and as the guy mentioned, that's what happened to him. He tried to teleport to Sequin. He was brought here. He was captured, tortured, and interrogated, that kind of thing.
So with my history with being a miner, stonemasonry and whatnot.
Mhm.
And having tools like picks and so forth.
Yep.
I'd like to destroy this thing. Do I feel like if I was to spend some time here, I could do some damage to it?
Absolutely. Your guess is that the magic that they're doing is strong, but probably since it's encapsulated in the pillar, if you were to destroy the pillar or reduce it to fragments, that it would cease to function as a trap mechanism.
And it's right here.
Yeah, it's in that cell.
Okay, so I'm going to head over there and I'm going to ask Wraith, as long as he's able to shoot arrows at that thing and kind of watch my back, I'm going to go in there and try and work on this
Okay.
in the opposite fashion, like as in deconstruct.
Okay. So do you have tools?
I do. I've got picks and axes. Yeah, that was my thing. So I kept my tools. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you go into that cell and you pull out some tools and you start cracking on it.
Yep. So I guess
Awesome.
that's just going to be like a strength check.
Well, it's so there's a couple of ways we could do it. So there are rules that deal with damage to objects, and certain objects have hardness, and I have those numbers. So basically what you do is it's essentially you're attacking an inanimate object. It has a certain level of DR due to the hardness of whatever you're attacking,
Right.
and a certain number of hit points that you would have to require for destruction. So go ahead and roll to hit, because you can
So
even
I have a light pick. I have a light pick, yeah, which is really concentrates all the energy down into one small point. So that's
Yep.
what I'm going to use.
Okay. So 15 hits. You have no trouble cracking it. The pick slams into the thing. Do damage.
So it's
3
I don't know
points.
how long it's going to take, but while nothing else is going on, and I feel like everybody else is safe because I haven't heard anything from Arendar.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep chipping away at it.
Well, that's what I mean. You hit it pretty solidly, and a pretty substantive chip came off of it. It's stone, and you suspect that it might be. You suspect that there might be even maybe a core to it of some other material. You're not sure.
Okay.
You feel like it doesn't feel like you hit just stone.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That's my
All right.
turn.
All right. The creature reaches out for Ono.
Actually, Ono's back. We need to let him do his swing that he was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ono gets to do his thing. Ono, did you hear what Vondrum advised you? Okay, good. All right. So what do you do? Okay. Oh, that was Vondrum. Yeah, there is lava below the bridge. It's flowing lava that's coming from this direction over here to this direction over here, and it flows away. But it is definitely lava. The ambient temperature in this room is well over 100. The suspense is killing me. Lure. All right, so you're going to step backwards onto the bridge, like come on, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So you step back and sort of make sure that you have its attention. I'm assuming you're sort of waving your arms and drawing it towards you. The creature, being not very smart, continues to sort of like and walks up the bridge to you. In this case, it will get an attack, which it will take, and it tries to slam you. Here we go. My advanced roller, I got a D20 plus 4. All right, here we go. 19 hit you? Oh, okay. Well, it misses, but it continues to come at you and try to attack you. Poe, you're up. Do you lose Poe?
Nope, I'm here.
He said he'd be
Sorry.
right back.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm here. I'm just going to move to Les, but since the bridge is kind of congested, I'm just going to move up to where Titus is.
Okay.
Maybe back a little bit, actually.
Yeah,
Up
it's
to-
really a one-person bridge, and now that the creature is on it, I mean, it's kind of blocked. You wouldn't be
I'm
able to get
happy to
through.
get out of your way.
Yeah, you might want to get out of the way, Titus, just because you're not a.
All right, well,
attacker
I'm
anyway.
jumping out of delay and going, have at it. Oh,
Sure.
About while I do that and before Poe moves, I'm also gonna see what happens if I shoot an acid splash at the little green man.
An acid splash. Okay, you want to go ahead and give it? Okay. Poe, do you want Poe? Let's finish Poe, and then you're up.
I'm
Okay.
pretty much done, Les. I'm just going to move up and
You got your spear out, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Titus, you're gonna shoot acid splash at the zombie like creature.
Gumby, whatever it is, yeah.
Gumby, yeah. I'm Gumby, damn it. All right, go for it, dude.
Let's see. Do I even need to roll, or do you just need to roll?
Well, so acid splash is a ranged, I believe, a ranged touch attack.
It is.
Yeah, so you need to roll against the creature's touch AC to try and see if you hit it with the spell, with the blob of acid.
Okay.
And I can tell you the touch AC is not super high.
All right, so I just roll 1d20.
D20 plus your ranged. Oh wait, no, it's a range. Do you add your spell bonus to that? I can't remember.
Let's see. It just I've got a range, so I'm at about 40 feet, I think.
Okay. Fire a small thing. 1 missile of acid, instantaneous. You must
Just
see it
roll
at
a
a range.
D20 and we'll look. It should be your base attack plus your dex plus your D20 roll.
Yeah, whatever your ranged attack bonus is.
So just roll a D20 and we'll see if we need to do it or not, figure it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, we might not have to do the math if you roll a better
Okay.
than an
All
11.
right, if we don't have to do the math, it's a good thing.
Well, I think we're gonna have to do some math, aren't we?
So fifth level, that means should have a +3. Should probably got a 3 dex, so 6.
So, do you think you can squeeze out 7 points out of that?
My gut tells me he's got a 6, but that's just my gut feeling on his level and dex and that kind of stuff.
He's a 5th level sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Dex is +3, yes.
All right, so
Base attack +3 and
sorcerer.
Your dex is a 16 or so. Is that right?
17.
17, so still +3. So yeah, I think you missed it by 1.
His base attack bonus is +2.
Oh, so you missed it by 2.
He missed it by 2. All right, so the acid goes flying out the overhead, splashes onto the stony ground of the cave, and sizzles with a little bit of white smoke and a funky smell as it goes there. Do you want to move or anything?
I just did to make way for Poe.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see that. All right, we run into the next round, and Wraith is up.
Do me a favor.
Mhm.
I can't see the number that this says because it's under his health bar. Can you see it?
The range,
Yeah.
25.
Oh, good. So I'm gonna do rapid shot from here,
Okay.
and in this case, it gets the +1 damage for being close.
All right, the 10. What's the pluses on this?
It's but the plus to hit is +8. The 10 is what it is,
Oh, okay.
and then 11. So both.
Yeah,
miss.
those are both misses.
Yeah.
Not by much. It doesn't have a high AC. But yeah, ting ting. You hear the arrowheads bang off the walls.
I rolled a 2 and a 3. So
Oh, man.
Woof. All right. Aaron, do you have any spell resistance? Just curious. It's just an isolated question. It doesn't mean
Oh
anything.
yeah, I'm immune to spells.
Immune spells. Oh, that's perfect. You see him sort of back off. Well, he takes. He doesn't move, but he points at you and says a couple of words, and a black ray comes out of
Well,
his
if he's gonna
finger.
cast a spell right next to me, I'm gonna smack him.
Go for it.
So he's not,
Actually, no, he's not going to cast a spell right next to you. Hold on a second. That's dumb. I'm not doing
yeah,
that. What's his speed? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. He is going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to go, and he did not pass through another threatened square, so no provoke. He's going to go to there. And then he is going to point at you and shoot you with this black ray. I need you.
that's a much smarter way to do it.
Yeah, it is. I need you. Hold on a second. I need a fort save. Oh, what'd you roll? Oh, 23. That sucks. All right. So what does for me? So you get hit by this black ray and you feel your eyes start to darken and your sight begin to blur and fade. And you're just like, no, I can't allow this to happen. I need to see to kill. And you sort of shake it off as a blindness deafness spell fails to land in your eyes. And that's it for him. Oh no, you're up. The creature has just tried to slam you and missed. Is he there? Did he leave? Oh no, they just okay.
He's there.
That girl
What
just will
can I
not sleep.
do to rush him and knock him off the bridge?
Bull rush. So you would do a D20 plus your CMB.
Yep.
Against
his CMD.
Against his CMD, which is not huge. What's your?
I don't have.
Yeah, they're not great. They're kind of awkward. What is your CMB?
Should be somewhere in the neighborhood of about
4. Oh, +7. Okay, so roll a D20 +7 against his CMD, and as you try to bull rush him off of the bridge into the lava. It's actually quite a good plan. What'd you roll? All right, you run into him and try to push him off, but somehow he grabs onto you and manages to stay on the bridge. He's not pushed off. His CMD is 15, so the bull rush was unsuccessful. Now I believe that's a combat maneuver. He still has a move action, correct?
Correct.
Yep, I thought so. But yeah, failed to push him off. You can see him sort of grappling with the creature. His hands are slick on the creature's skin seems to be slippery. And you can see Ono's hand sort of sliding off the creature as he tries to pivot this way and that using judo moves to try and toss him off the thing. And he just couldn't make it work. Not in the 6 seconds available. All right. We'll see if he wants to move when he gets back. Arendar, you're up. Tried to blind you, dude.
Yeah,
That shit's permanent if you don't make your save.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna yell back, need help in here. And then I'm going for a trip.
Okay, you're gonna go over there.
Yep. So this is going to be against his CMD.
What are you? Oh, you're gonna try and trip him. Okay. His CMD. That's all right. Let's see what that is.
Oh,
actually.
I got it. Easy.
It's not 31.
Yeah, it's not 31. Yeah, he goes down like a bag of dust.
Well done.
Boom. He falls with a yelp to the ground, and then he seems to sort of regain his composure a little bit, and then says, "You'll pay for that, warrior."
I've paid for lots of things.
No, I mean it this time. All right, Lorelei, you see Arendar kind of truck through there and trip the guy like it's a schoolyard battle.
You're muted, babe.
Gordon, are you there? There he is. Where are you at,
Um,
Gordon? Are you hanging some drywall back there?
Well, I'm just trying to install stuff on my computer, get it up and running with. You don't realize how many things are not installed until you start trying to do shit and like
Like-
things don't work.
I get you.
So I'm just trying to get it functioning again. Yeah, Lorelei is going to. I guess she's gonna fly around, up around the corner, and try to get behind this guy and provide a little support. Like
Okay.
she can try to, touch the backs of his legs and stuff just to try to get some that flanking benefit for Arendar.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's it.
All right. That's all she's doing. Okay. Vondram, you ticking away. Go ahead and roll to attack and damage the pillar.
To answer your question, we're refitting our garage and building an art studio and.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, for the pottery that you guys are doing?
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
I'm guessing.
No, actually, AC on a stationary object is 10, so that was a hit. So you do a couple more points of damage. You're chipping at it, but you're starting to get the feeling that it's going to take a while before you
Did
do
I
it.
hear Arendar call for help?
Arendar calls for aid.
Yeah, before I disappeared further, I said, need some help in here.
He
Did I hear that?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't disappear.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Wraith that I've got this. There's nobody in here. I'm gonna tell
No,
him
just the
horse.
the tortured guy who's
Right.
sort of like staying close to you guys because right now you're his only source of food and water.
Just let people know I'm back here as you leave, but go help your brother. I got this. I'll take this damn goddamn fucking pole.
This pillar has had it. All right. This next guy. He's stupid, so he's just gonna try and slam you. That's the only thing that he does. All right. So yeah, he's just gonna try and pop you. I have to read. So I don't like the new advanced dice roller because I have to reset everything. It's not saving my last 10 rolls. This sucks. 13 does not hit you, I'm assuming. You knocked it quite a bit off balance, Ono, and therefore its attempt to slam you with its sort of weird jelly-like flesh did not land. You were able to easily dodge it. Oh, you're up.
My
I'm
dice
sorry.
were saving my 5 rolls. Did I not install it? Was it an option to upgrade? Is that why you can't? Because mine are saved.
Yeah, no, I don't know why it's doing it. It's I think it only saves them if I leave the dice roller open.
Oh, I do.
And I have a habit of like closing the dice roller after I'm done with it because I need the room, frankly.
Got it.
On the screen. Polearm, you're up. Ono is now sort of, it's like Frodo and Gollum on that bridge, with the lava splashing all over the place, and they're fighting and nobody's getting any hits in, and it's a whole ordeal.
All right. I have reach with my giant sticker.
Yep.
I wonder, but I don't know if I can try to do the same thing that Ono's trying to do without possibly pushing Ono over. I don't want to risk like pushing him in the lava.
You mean like a bull rush with a weapon?
Yeah, using the weapon to push him over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that.
You'll be fine if you don't fumble.
You can make a bull rush as a standard action or as part of a charge in place of a melee attack. If you have if your attack is successful,
It's more like a trip, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think you can. Which means that if you wanted to do this, you can do it. You can do it from distance.
Basically, yeah, you go over there and you basically just be smacking him around.
Instead of it basically replaces your normal attack. So in this case, you're just trying to like whack him off the. Wait, that came out wrong. You're trying to hit him off of the bridge. Sorry.
Yes, that's a better way to say it.
Been a long weekend.
So I'm just rolling a CMB. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Yeah, your CMB roll against his CMD roll.
Okay, so
Gotta move it behind Ono though first.
Well, I should ask you no, go ahead. Ooh, 18. All right. So yeah, you bull rush him and you can push him 5 feet in whatever
Go left.
direction you want. I'm assuming that you want to just push him back down the bridge.
No, I want to push
To
him
the
off the
left.
side.
Almost got it. Off to the side. All right. So you basically push him off the right side of the bridge. He sort of, goes backward away from Ono. Ono looks over. He lands in the lava and sinks quite. He doesn't sink. He sort of sits on top of it. You can see him sort of gradually sinking in. It's lava. Molten stone is quite dense. You end up staying on the top, but you can see him beginning to burn as this superheated magma begins to eat away at the stuff. Eventually he stays on top of the lava, and eventually you could see his head sort of begin to catch on fire and his hit points go away. At that moment, the abdomen, which is still on the surface, explodes with a soundburst spell. So that will anyone within 10 feet, which I think is Ono and Poe.
How far did he fall down, though?
It's not very far, maybe 4 or 5 feet below the bridge.
Okay, all right.
And it's a sphere. So
Right.
anybody within 10 feet, and I'll just do a quick thing here. I think it's just Ono and Poe. I don't think anybody else is close enough. Yeah, Titus is easily too far away. So I need you guys to make a fortitude save, unless you have magical resistance. All right. Poe rose at 25. Is Ono there? Does somebody want to roll? Does roll for Ono or no?
He's not around.
All right, 25 easily does makes it so the
Remember, have him roll when he gets back.
you take damage, but you are not stunned. So you take 2 points of sonic damage, but you avoid the stunning, which would happen if you miss your save. So yeah, for those of you in the know, this is called a spell gorged zombie, and basically someone has placed a spell within this zombie that detonates either when the placer wants it to, or when some certain conditions have been met, or when the creature dies.
Okay. So sorry.
That's okay. I need you to make a fortitude save. Poe snuck up behind you, poked hit the creature with a spear, pushed it into the lava. It burned up, died, but the magical energy in its abdomen exploded in a soundburst spell, and I need you to do a fortitude save.
Yes, sir. 1 fortitude save coming up. Fortitude save. Where are we? Here it is. Gotcha. And I roll a 8. Ugh.
8 is not good. All right, so you take. Hold on. You take 4 points of sonic damage, and you are stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
Now, stunned, I don't think causes you to fall down.
No, sir.
Oh, you just drop stuff. Which
You just drop stuff. Do you have anything? I don't think he even has
Doesn't
anything
have
in his
anything.
hands. So okay.
I don't think so.
So yeah, so you are stunned for 1 round. We're just going to put a brown circle on you, which is the color of stun.
Got his brown pants on now.
Yeah, he's got his brown pants on. All right, that's you, Poe.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Titus, what are you doing? The creature is fallen to the lava and is burning to cinders as you speak. You saw that thing go off, and you recognize the spell as a sound burst. Your respect for the Inquisitor is increasing.
That zombie dude near Wraith and Vondrum, is that still a thing?
No, Poe has Wraith and Vondrum. No, there's that's not a zombie dude. That is a tortured prisoner that you guys have rescued. That's a rescuee.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
He just looks like a zombie because he's been cruelly mistreated.
Okay, so since we have a message going, I'm going to ask Vondrum if he needs any help.
Yeah, if you want to help me destroy the subject, right? Pull.
Sure, I'd love to. So I will move over to, why am I not? There we go. Hey, buddy, why don't you carry my pack for me while I'm busy?
Rescuing prisoners does not automatically mean you have servants.
Oh. So he's not grateful.
Well, he's grateful, certainly, but you know, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to like, you know, that he's going to be a pack mule. He's quite emaciated.
Or that he has the physical strength to carry anything.
Yeah, he's not in great shape at all.
All right, well, I'm gonna offer him one of my health bars, one of my protein bars.
Okay, keep an eye on him because the last food that you gave him, he barfed pretty hard. He has, because yeah, he ate it.
Just tell him to suck on it. Don't eat it.
Okay.
Are we still doing everything?
Yeah, I think we're still doing. We need to if we haven't. If we aren't. So, all right. So you go over there. You're going to help Vondrum. You and take care of the prisoner. Okay, great. Next round, Wraith, you're up.
Well,
60 feet.
wait a minute. Don't I get to attack the pillar?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I thought you were handing food out.
A double move gets me.
Oh,
to
I'm
the
just
way.
kidding. I mean, if you want to charge me for a move, I was just.
No. If you're going to attack the pillar, please do.
Let me see what I can throw at it.
Sorry, Wraith.
Do you have
Since I had plenty, so it looks like a stone pillar.
Yeah, it's a white stone pillar. You can see Vondrum has got a little pick out, and he's whacking at it. You know, to try and you know, sort of. She's having moderate success.
All right, I'll do an acid splash.
Okay, on the pillar.
Well, acid does cut away at some stone,
That's true. Okay, that's true.
so I'm a +2 on that.
Hmm.
I think. Hi, I'm gonna refresh my screen.
You missed it. So Vondrum, you see an acid splash come flying by. It misses the pillar, hits the back wall of the cell, and sizzles its way down the stone wall.
Is that a
that
ranged
could have
touch
some effect
attack?
if we hit it next time.
Oh well, yeah, it's
Is-
range touch, but I mean, it's a non-moving, immobile
Yeah, but
object.
He's better than +2 at range touch. His dex.
Oh, he's
+3.
+5. That's true. He's +5. So that is a hit. All right. So the acid does hit the pillar. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay, so I believe that is
D3.
D3. Yep. Apparently D3 is not one of those short.
D6, and then we divide it by
Yeah,
2.
do D6 and we'll divide it in half.
Got it. You know, you'd think with roll 20, you'd get a D3 out of this.
So 1.
1 divided by half is 1. All right. Excellent. All right. I'm sorry. Now and that's it for you, Titus?
Yes, sir.
All right, Wraith. Now we get back to you. What do you do?
Double move puts me right there in the doorway.
All right, you see your brother with his Volcata standing over a dude dressed in Chilaxian colors with a really kick-ass hat.
Laying on the floor.
He's laying on the floor, yeah.
Okay. That's
All right.
That's
He's,
all my
he's
stuff.
cursing me.
Well, good. All things normal.
All right. He yells out, Basil, come forth.
Basil.
And out behind you, you hear a slithering noise from out of those tubs with the green liquid in it, and something comes and Wraith, you see this quite easily. It looks like a big snake has just come out of one of those things, and then the guy is going to crawl. He slides 5 feet and then sits up.
Crawl is attack of opportunity. So
yeah, any crawl, even a 5-foot crawl.
The reason I did this is anything he does is an attack of opportunity, and I get a +4 because he's prone.
Well, that sucks.
Unless he just sits there and does nothing, then I get no attack of opportunity.
Well, he's not going to do nothing. He's going to move. So go ahead and take your attack of opportunity. He's going to crawl over to this bookcase area and sit up. So go ahead and take your attack of opportunity.
Okay, so this is 4 higher than what it's going to show.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
and the confirms in there.
Oh man, yeah, that's a crit.
Wow.
I'm going to rule that it's no crit though, because I like this guy and I don't want you to hurt him.
Because so you ready for the really bad news?
What's the really bad news?
Hang on, I got to do math now.
I hate when that happens.
44.
This is a confirmed crit with a melee weapon if you choose to take it.
It's a Falcata, so it's triple damage. So it's 51 points for this crit.
Ay, ay, ay. You bring the Falcata down on this guy. 51 points?
Yeah.
It just slams into him and buries itself. And you hear him make sort of like a oh sound as his hit points drop precipitously, but do not evaporate.
I can't see his hit points. By
Yeah,
the
we
way.
can't see his hit points.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or
Hold on a
life
second.
bar or whatever.
Hold on. I'll get that. I must have. Oh, yeah, I did miss that. Okay, here you go. You should see them now.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the snake's life bar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me get him in the mix. All right. Yeah. So you bring the Falcata down and it just slams into this guy. He is a very unhappy Inquisitor at this point, but he has called forth his friend Basil, or at least that's what he called him. And where's Basil going to be? Right about.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, he is hurt. I mean, you've ripped that Falcata has ripped a huge rent in his well, maybe leather armor he was wearing, and there's blood pouring out of it. He's got one hand over it, and he's just like, he's like, I can't believe you did this. But that is his turn. Oh no.
Yes,
Where
sir.
is oh no. All right, you're still on the bridge. Very hot in here.
Right.
Everybody's pouring over the bridge, headed into the other room.
Oh, no, stunned.
Am I stunned?
You are stunned, so never mind. You shake yourself off of it, but that is it for your turn. You don't get to do anything. Arendar, snake's coming up behind you, bud. Big snake. Maybe
really worried.
undead snake. Certainly
Undead snake.
poisonous snake.
I'm not really worried about that.
What about poison?
Taking a 5-foot step to there
Okay.
and swinging again.
All right.
So again, 4 higher than what this is going to show.
Come on, natural one. Natural one.
Oh,
Son of a biscuit.
26 to confirm.
You crit me twice in a row? Is that what you're trying to tell me that you're doing here?
It
That you're
looks massively-
critting me twice in a row.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's +4, so it's 30 to confirm.
30 to confirm. 30. Well, his AC just rose to 35. So I don't know what to do. No, that's another confirmed crit.
It's the same amount, 51.
Head comes off. Basically, you just sort of step in, plant your foot in between his two ankles. He looks up briefly as like, this is not how this is supposed to go. At which point the Falcata just goes bloop, and his head sort of rolls backward against the thing and falls to the ground.
Thank you, roll 20. This is 100% on roll 20.
We're moving to Foundry. That's it for this. This is crazy. All right, so 2 crits in a row. You take out Inquisitor Damius, and he is dead. However, he has called forth the snake, and the snake is now moving towards you. Lorelei, you can see this snake moving toward, and it's moving towards Arendar. No question. You're fluttering up in the air, so you're not sure that it's even noticed you. It's a big snake, probably 12 feet long, and it's sort of uncoiled itself out of that green liquid in those pools.
Yeah, she's not going to do anything.
Not gonna try and fight it with like a tiny sword or bow
I
and
think
arrow.
she
Or
does
something.
-1 damage.
-1.
with the dagger.
It heals people. She heals people with a dagger. Okay, so she's not gonna do anything.
She might get up 5 feet higher.
Okay.
Yeah, smart.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All
that's
right. Sounds good. The snake immediately kind of rolls over here to get at Arendar and attacks. And you can see it sort of like as it comes around. You're gloating in the fact that you took this guy's head and his blood is squirting out all over there as this thing comes right at you. Damn, these things are nasty. Hold on a sec. You're not gonna like this at all. It's for an undead creature, it moves surprisingly fast. It slithers over and its head just goes wham right at you. And rolls.
And fumbles.
Thank you again,
Oh,
roll
wow.
20.
Wow. Wow.
Roll to confirm.
Roll 20 is on my side, at least for the first half of the night.
Cannot friggin'
Wow.
believe this. 30 hit you?
It does.
Okay, so it's an unconfirmed fumble, but its attack is over and it misses. You dodge out of the way at the last moment, and the snake rears back for another strike. Vondrum, the pillar awaits.
I'm gonna keep going at it. It sounds like no one's dying over there, so
Okay. 16, that's a hit. Go ahead and do more damage. 5, you get a good chip in there. And you can see it takes a sort of a big chunk of it out. Probably the size of the palm of your hand. And you can see that this pillar does have some sort of metallic core inside it. There looks to be sort of a cylinder of metal that may be maybe an inch and a half in diameter that is sort of surrounded by this stone cladding of sorts. You're not sure how this was made or how they did it, but your impression is that the magic is contained in that metal.
so I have a sledgehammer,
Okay.
but I have no idea how much damage it does.
Okay.
And then I don't have any like nails or anything, but I do have steel from a flint and steel.
Okay.
Could I put that steel in there
And like bash it into the core?
I guess I just don't know it's different. Those are two different skills as opposed to trying to hit my pickaxe in that same spot. Like I don't know how you do that in a game playing. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to take a piece of metal and jam it into and smash it into a steel rod so that it buries itself in the steel rod, right? Is that accurate?
Right.
Okay. You're trying to do that. Okay. I think there's enough stone still in the thing so that if you could brace the flint, the steel from the flint and steel on it. And it's like a rod. You know how flint and steel sets up.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to hit it with a sledgehammer, I think you could do that. Probably would do more damage than a light pick.
I'm going to give the light pick to Titus. I'm going to give light pick to Titus.
Okay.
And then I am going to now he can he wield that? I mean, it's just a pick. He's not going to get me.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's not a weapon. He's basically trying to take something apart. It's not combat.
Okay, so as the second part of my move, can I like switch that tool to him and grab my hammer for the next time?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I do.
You could also place the piece of steel from your flint and steel sets. Now remember, this will probably destroy it though.
Yeah, I get it, but it's worth
Okay.
it.
All right, the zombie has blown up, so he's not there anymore. So it's Poe's turn.
Okay, I am going to run up.
Okay.
I won't be able to engage the snake, but I'll be able to get up and flank it.
All right, sounds good. Titus, what are you going to do?
Do I have any idea what this steel and pillar are?
You're guessing that you've been speaking with Vondrum in your own magical education. You're guessing that this is largely some sort of teleportation hub that somebody has perverted in some way to become a teleportation trap. Between the story that the prisoner tells and Vondrum's stuff and your own magical knowledge, your guess is that Vondrum's instincts are spot on, that this was set up largely in the same way that a teleportation hub would be, but in this case it drags people it exerts a certain range, and anybody who's teleporting that the spell would bring them through that range, they are drawn here, brought to this place, and captured essentially.
It's a tool of cowardice.
have any idea how it might work and how to negate it?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
All right. Knowledge arcana, here we come. Okay, I'm done for the night, guys.
Oh man, how do you think I've rolled one attack roll and it's like been a 1? So, all right, yeah, you're not sure how it would work. I mean, your guess is maybe you might try dispel magic on it, but depending, I mean, you also know that whoever created this would be a more powerful magic user than you. So dispel magic could work, but it's chancy.
Yeah.
You're not sure if your own spell power would be sufficient enough to destroy the magic of a more powerful mage.
Well, when in doubt, use acid splash.
Okay.
Take my pickaxe back then.
No problem. You hit it with acid splash. Go ahead and do damage.
Okie dokie.
1 point. Another point. Okay. The acid doesn't seem to be doing too much to the stone outer layer. You do get a good look at that inner core, though. Your bet is that it's not steel; it's some other metal. There does seem to be a fair amount of it in there, though. I mean, the pillar itself is about 6.5 feet tall. So your guess is that the core is probably that high as well.
Okay, I should have listened to Vondrum and used the pick. Instead, I just picked my nose with it.
Okay.
Well, that's 1 more point. That might be what we get it by next time is 1 point. So
1 more point. All right, next round, Wraith, you're up.
I'm gonna move to here. So I can get flanking
Okay.
and fire.
All right, 12 to hit. I don't know that that's
14 to
14 to hit. That misses.
Okay,
And what's the other one?
that was one shot.
Oh, just one shot because you moved. Okay. All right. Yeah, that arrow goes flying over there and did not hit. Oh no, you're up.
Yes, sir. Okay. Am I not stunned now?
You are not stunned now.
Okay.
But basically the party has split itself into 2 groups. Vondrum and Titus behind you and the rescued prisoner, and they seem to be bashing away at a stone pillar.
Okay.
Ahead of you, and you can see some of this activity in there.
Right.
Everyone else has gone in there and there's some sort of fight going on.
Okay, you know what? Ono is a teenager of action. He's gonna run toward the fight. How far can I get? Can I get to here and hit this thing?
If you charge, you can get all the way to right there and do a single attack.
That's what I'll do. All right. I'm gonna and wait, I see it's a giant snake.
Yeah, it's a giant, and it exhibits all the same, or well, I shouldn't say all the same. It exhibits similar qualities to the zombie that came through. Now it doesn't, but physical qualities. So its skin is somewhat translucent. You can see the skeletal armature of the bones inside it. It's a big snake too, probably about 12 feet long.
You know, okay, what's next? Okay.
Move to the head.
I'm gonna hit this snake then. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm gonna hit it with my crane style strike, and I roll a 23.
23?
Yes, sir.
All right, that is a hit. Hold on a sec. That is a hit.
Not quite as
So
close,
how much damage did
5.
you do? I can't. It's hard to read. I got it on dark
just
mode.
5.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Didn't I cast bless?
Did you or can you?
I thought I had.
We
But
did
I-
have
I'm
it
not
in
a
the
good
first part
note
of
taker.
combat, but there was
that?
quite a break, and I think we lost it when we were
Oh, okay,
talking with the other guy. And
gotcha. Okay. I thought I had cast it at some point.
Did that dismay this snake at all?
Didn't. I mean, you feel the thunk of your hand go, smack into it, but it is still very much focused on Arendar.
Okay. Do I get? I mean, having charged that all that way and then struck once, may I strike again?
I don't think
No.
so.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
That's it for you. Arendar. Snake's rearing its head back for another strike. You see Ono come up and just like punch the snake in the middle. The snake it doesn't react all that much, but
Does it seem like abnormally focused on me?
abnormally.
Like, is it completely ignoring everyone else, or is it just kind of
It seems
and just
focused on you.
happens to be
Yeah, I don't know that I would consider it abnormal.
Okay, all right.
You were the person. I mean, it was called forth by Damius. You're the person he would have directed it to attack. It might be doing that, or it just might be that everybody else has arrived sort of
Right.
after it's attacking you, right? So,
Okay.
yeah, you're not abnormal would be too strong a word.
Okay. Then I am just going to do a regular swing. Then
Okay.
no, I'm going to trip it. Just kidding.
Okay. 25 will hit.
So
And so
14 points.
14 points of damage. That is a lot. You get a good hit on it, and your falcata buries itself into the sort of gross translucent flesh of the snake. It does react. I mean, it's not happy, and there is some sort of like weird blood coming out of it, or liquefied. It's less blood. It's more like liquefied flesh, like the flesh inside its skin is been turned to liquid somehow. That's sort of pouring out, but it's still got some fight left in it. Lorelei, you're flying above.
Yeah, she's not going to do anything less. She's just hovering around, keeping
Okay.
an eye out.
All right, now this is its attack, and it is going to again attack Arendar. 22.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right, it misses you. It's you
Just
managed.
barely, but it is.
Yeah, you managed to sort of suck it out of the way with that falcata hit. It's not doing well. Vondram, the pillar awaits.
Okay, I don't know what my pluses are though for this hammer because it's not my weapon of proficiency, I guess.
Okay, you would still get your melee weapon attack bonus.
With melee weapon attack bonus, so +4. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know what that was.
That's okay.
Blah 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 blah. Haste spell would be nice right now. Guess blah, blah, blah. Chip away at this thing all night. Natty.
Natural 20. Here we go. All right. So you place the piece of steel on there and you rear back with this thing and you hit it perfectly square. There's a sound like a gong, like somebody has struck a gong, like bong, that kind of thing, as the steel of yours goes plowing into whatever this metal is of this core. You immediately feel, both of you, actually, Titus, you and Vondram both feel a huge sort of outpouring of magical energy, which seems to be flowing downward from the core, that metal core, into the stone. You can feel the sort of stone underneath your feet sort of almost vibrating with the magical energies that are now pouring into the earth, that have been released from this thing. It takes a few seconds of this and rumbles a bit, and you can see cracks form on the stone cladding, and then pieces of it just begin to sort of fall off. Titus, you can reach out there and sort of whack at it with your pick very gently, and big honks of this stone sort of come off. The inner core takes on sort of a tarnished black look, like tarnished silver. And your guess is that that this is a non-working teleport trap at this point. You feel like you've bled the energy.
Happy little gnome elf dance.
Well done, Vondram. Clutch that Twunzo. Very good.
Cool.
But we've still got a snake to deal with, and it's Poe's turn.
Let's go watch
Hey,
the
I'm
fun.
going to attack this time.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm going to do the enlarge trick I have. And then I'm going to, oh, I don't have. I got to add a little macro thing for that. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Oh, looks like I fumbled.
Ooh, that is indeed a fumble, a confirmed fumble with a spear.
Yep. Well, giant sticker. I mean, it's a big.
Giant sticker, big spear. All right, so that is a melee weapon fumble. Butterfingers, you drop the weapon. So it just falls to the ground as it slips from your hand. All right, ting ting, drops it. All right, that is probably the end of your turn. You can still move if you want. Like run away from the giant sticker.
No, that's all right.
All right, Titus, you're up.
So what do I see of this metal and pillar?
You're pretty sure that Vondrum's strike and jamming that bit of steel from her flint and steel kit, his flint and steel kit, sort of disrupted the integrity of the core metal and caused essentially what we would, from a magical standpoint, a short circuit, and it's bled all its energy down into the ground. And your thought is that it's a non-functional trap, and even the stone around it has been disrupted, so that the pieces of stone that were once quite bound to the rod are now sort of falling away from it.
So is my sense that this is completely dead and useless, or should I?
It seems inert.
Okay. Bondrum, you think there's anything salvageable, anything else we need to do with this?
You're muted, Jen.
I say, no, the damn fools, they've lost their tool of cowardice, and I start dancing again and slapping them high fives.
I start
go see the
dancing
fight.
too. It's contagious. Okay. So does it look like a searchable area?
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to take a quick look around the cell?
Yeah. See if I see any strange ruins or artifacts or.
Okay. So you take give me a perception check.
Okay. Let me do that. Hopefully everything is updated in roll 20. 23.
23. All right. So you take a look around here, and there's not much to see. Now, the broken pieces of stone from this pillar are sort of littering the floor around, and you can see that Vondrum has knocked a few more off of it. Generally speaking, it's a bare cell. You do see the only thing really of interest is that on a couple of spots, like on the ground and one is on the wall, there does seem to be scorch marks, like something was either lit on fire or was brought here on fire, and scorched the stone underneath it. So there's maybe 3 or 4 different places that have these scorch marks. You do see a little bit of old dried up blood drops, but other than that, there's nothing really to see.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Titus?
I guess not. I will move back. Was there anything south of there?
Just the more cells, and those have been investigated.
All right. So I'm having trouble moving.
You got to get through you have to actually push it through the door.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Can't just pop through the wall. It's going to preclude you from doing that. You should be able to.
I'll wait at the foot of the bridge. Vondrum, I guess our work is done. Your work is done. I'm gonna head join up with the group.
Go, friend.
Okay. Oh no! You want to punch that snake again?
What about my turn?
That's not a euphemism. When did you not go? Oh, did I skip you? I'm sorry.
No.
Wraith?
There you go.
You're next.
Yeah,
I skipped you on accident.
I'm gonna try to take shots at it with flanking, so that each of these are +2.
Okay. 27 and
7,
23
23.
both hits.
So 8 points of damage, 8 points of sneak attack damage, and 2 bleed on the first hit.
Okay.
So 16 and 2.
All right.
And 9 points of damage, 3 points of damage for sneak attack, and 2 bleed on the second hit.
Okay, so that's going to be about twice as many hit points as it had, a little more than that actually. So those two arrows go slamming into this thing, and it begins coiling around itself, trying to remove the arrows. It immediately breaks off the attack and flops around quite a bit. And you know how snakes do when they're dying; they're curling around and that kind of stuff. It does that for a few moments, and then you hear sort of a hissing sound, and it lies back onto the floor. You look into its face, and its fangs are dripping this greenish fluid that when it touches the ground, the stone ground, it hisses and leaves little pit marks on the ground.
Nice shot.
And at that point, we fall out of initiative. Finally, no more foes to fight.
Whew.
I'm going to look over at the head.
3-month battle.
It
I'm
feels,
gonna-
yeah, that was a long one.
I'm going to look over at the head that's laying on the ground
Uh-huh.
and say, what kind of asshole names a snake Basil?
It's short for basilisk.
Yeah, it's a dumb
The head says.
It's a dumb name. Let's just add some insult to his headless injury.
I pick up his head and I say, okay, now we want some answers.
You're gonna get the same answers that you got from that one guy you killed, the torture room. All right, yeah. So we fall out of initiative, and this was the Inquisitor Damius. Looks like he was in charge of this. He, but 2 Falcata crits in a row. Despite
That was kind of unheard of, yeah.
that was pretty good, I have to say, and it smelled a lot like cheating. But I won't say anything. I think it seems probably fine. But yeah, took his head off. He didn't get a chance. That blindness spell would have been a real problem for you. That's why I used it.
Big time.
Yeah, and but yeah, so he is dead. His headless body is leaning up against this bookshelf, and no other foes manifest themselves. Hold that thought, and I will be right back.
Yep. We'll need someone that can do detect magic to do detect magic on him.
Did we already go through the door to the north?
I don't remember.
Can't
We've been
remember.
kind of fighting.
I can do detect magic when he gets back.
We still have the Hydromancer hiding somewhere in here. Hopefully.
Yeah, I just can't remember. It's been so long. I can't remember which direction
I think
we
this
came
battle,
from.
since we've been in here, it's been the last 3 months, hasn't it?
Ow.
I don't know. But I can't remember. What we need the map of the dungeon, the larger dungeon, so we can see where we've already been.
Well, here, let me pull up the module real quick and I'll I
Take care of that.
kind of remember a room, but I don't know if it's this thing in the middle or if it's the door up to the north. So we may have been up there.
I think the door up to the north we looked at, and it was like a occupant, like a room where people slept or something.
Oh, here he is.
Were you guys talking about me? I knew it.
Put the map away, Mike.
Dang it. Got caught. Hey, Les, have we been in that door up to the north?
Yes, that was
That's right.
was the chamber in which you found the glass sphere that contained
That's right.
the hurricane.
That's
It was just
right.
you're guessing it was probably this guy Damius's quarters.
Not anymore, they're not.
No, you guys taking over this? You're gonna make it your base ops?
We're calling even if we don't take over, we're still calling dibs.
Nothing like finding a volcanic cave and saying, you know what? I think we're just gonna stay. It's a dry heat. It's already made, there's already furniture here. It's perfect. It's like moving to Phoenix.
Yeah, we're not going to stay here, but we are calling dibs, which is a very real and very binding legal term.
Well, you remember this place is abandoned, right? This area was is a part of Sequid that no one goes to. It's that abandoned sort of part of the city that's on that eastern coast. So yeah, I mean, you could probably claim this if you want. Nobody goes here.
Kind of loses some of its appeal then.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Let's claim it anyway.
Oh, we did. We called dibs.
Yeah, you got dibs.
I'm still wondering if liquid magma is a dry heat.
Well, it's molten stone, so yeah, I think it kind of is. I mean, it's
You might be right. I don't know the answer to that question.
It's like one of those pizza stones fresh out of the oven. It's like that. All right. So
There's no water in that.
We detect magic and then we search the Inquisitor
okay. So so
and
the
his head.
well, so his head is unremarkable except for that kick-ass hat, which is sort of like on the edge of the where his hat sort of rolled into it. He does have several things on his person that are both radiate magic and are interesting. So he has, I'm assuming Titus, Vondrum, you guys will take the time to sort of suss out as much, it takes time, the time you need to sort of suss out what these things are.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. His brooch of shielding with 11 charges. A scroll of break enchantment. A scroll of mage armor.
Somebody else writing these down, or am I supposed to?
Yeah.
Who's the party booty guy? In this
I was
campaign?
keeping track of it. Are you doing it now?
No,
Gordon?
no, I just write
Oh.
it down anyway. No, you're keeping track of this.
Yeah,
guy.
Chuck, I think it's you.
Okay, well, what was the other scroll?
Did you get the scroll of mage armor?
Mage armor. Okay.
And a scroll of hold person. A scroll of magic circle against chaos. A wand of cure light wounds
Nice.
with 16 charges,
Nice.
and a wand of hold portal with 5 charges.
Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
That's some good stuff.
That'll work.
Stop it.
I'm really happy that he donated that stuff to us.
Indeed. And thank you for those of you who
What were the
volunteered
ones?
to have them donate it.
What were the wands?
Oh, sorry. Cure light wounds,
Pure Light was 16.
16 charges, and hold portal with 5 charges. Hold portal is I don't have to explain it. You guys know what it is. And he also is carrying one of those. He wasn't wearing it, but he's got one of those scourge masks. The guys for the scourge that you have run into before have masks that they wear, and they're not all the same. They're different. But this guy's is different from the ones you've seen. But he does have one of those masks that the scourge tend to wear. They have a certain style to them.
Right. And you broke up for me after the wand of hold portal. Was there anything between that and the mask?
No. The wand of hold portal was the last thing.
Okay. And then the scourge mask. So I got it all.
Yep.
Well, we'll put his head in the head bag.
Okay. How many heads is that now?
Ew. Ew. Gotta be gross.
It's got to be 10 or 11 heads in there now.
Gotta be.
All right, so you guys find yourselves, and a quiet comes over the whole
As far
area.
as I know, there's nowhere that we haven't been. I mean, everywhere that there was a doorway or a hallway, we've been, correct?
You asking me, or you asking the rest of your?
Because I
your
don't
friends?
see the rest of the map, and
Oh,
as
as far as you know,
thorough and kind of going everywhere as we went along.
you've gone through every door.
What was in the middle again, Les?
So you guys went in to like one of these areas, and it was like a small hallway that turned sort of going around. That was tiled completely in what you guessed was heat resistant tiles. So it was just a hallway. You guys didn't go down that way. You were busy fighting, and there's a lot
Oh,
going
well,
on.
then we'll go that way.
You want to check it out?
Well, we haven't found the whatchamacallit yet.
No, you have
We
not.
still don't have the control wand or whatever it is.
I thought we went into the middle already.
You looked in there, but you didn't see anything interesting, to be honest.
Okay.
I think I stepped in there when we were fighting, but then we were still fighting, so I came back out and fought. I don't think I went in or looked all the way through it.
You guys want to go take a look?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll.
Is that this area?
Yeah.
search. I'll search.
So so
You trying to find traps the old fashioned way, brother?
Yes.
There you go. That's a good boy.
Kaboom. Kablamo.
You're
So
being
yeah,
slow,
so
bro.
Wraith, Wraith and Arendar, you look down that hallway, and basically the hallway itself is almost circular, like a tube almost. It's not perfect, but you suspect that it is lined completely with natural one. That's good. That's real
I'm
good.
finding
Still
traps the
13.
old fashioned way.
Everybody's finding traps the old-fashioned way.
We're all just finding the old-fashioned way.
Every ship is a minesweeper once.
That's good. All right, so yeah, so you go in there, and it's the hallway is sort of tubular. I mean, there's a flat sort of area that you walk on, but it's surrounded ceiling, walls, floor with this sort of white these stone tiles, and they are fitted together perfectly. Now they're not uniform, they're not squares or anything like that. They're all different shapes, but they are fitted together perfectly. So somebody took a lot of time and a lot of effort to put these together. You can feel the reason you think these are heat resistant tires is you can almost feel your body heat reflecting back at you off of these tiles. You reach out to touch one, if you reach out to touch one,
And they're cool to the touch.
and they're very cool to the touch, almost cold.
Okay.
And that's
So-
odd in this place because the ambient air here is over 100 degrees.
Yeah. So that was one perception check for traps, and it was a 14.
Okay, did
So-
not find any traps.
Yeah. And how far does that cover? So how far forward should I move?
You get 20, 30 feet. So yeah, you don't see anything. You do see that this tubular sort of hallway does turn to the right. There you go. You see it.
Yeah. And I'll do another trap check.
Okay.
That's better. 32.
32. Yeah. So you still don't see anything that looks like a trap per se. Really, you don't see anything at all except for this tiled hallway.
So
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
put a light in here so everybody can see what you're looking at.
Okay. So I'll come up to since I did that hallway, I'll come up around the corner.
Okay.
And check for traps again.
All right.
26.
Yeah. 26. Yeah, you don't see any traps. What you do realize though is that this heat sensitive hallway seems to go around in a U shape around an inner core.
Yeah.
Is there any way to get into the inner core?
Not that you can see, obviously. There's no doors or anything in the heat tile hallways.
This
What about
thing
where
that,
Titus is? Do we look
Yeah.
at that?
I don't know. Titus, are you looking at that?
I think we looked at that before, and there's a very small way to get in, but the smallest of us would have to crawl through.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a big draconic face. But yeah, it's I mean, theoretically you go in there, it looks pitch dark in there. You don't see anything there, but theoretically you could crawl in there, but it's it's dark.
that's
Unearthly.
what we have
So.
light for. Or actually, we have those of us who can see in the dark.
Could Lorelei fly in there?
Actually, yes, she's
Lorelei
small,
could
she's big.
easily fly in there.
Well,
Yeah,
she'll
that's a good
take one
idea.
for the team.
It's a good idea, Gordon.
So do we need to all come, we need to all come back out to here. So that, because there's no entrance to that from this round hallway. Or the hallway that goes in a U shape. So
Can
we
Can you
need to
check
be,
that for traps?
The
Yeah,
face.
the face. 21.
You don't see any obvious traps. I mean, it looks like just a big stone face that has been put on here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look trapped.
Would that be the same search for like secret doors, like if this face slid or hinged or something?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You don't think it does.
Okay. As far as I can tell, The little mouth hole way is the only way into this place.
All right, Lorelei's going to go inside.
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second. So you guys see Lorelei sort of climb into the mouth and disappear. And I'm going to put some light in there for you so you can see. All right, so she finds herself in a small room. There's like a little, it's like almost like a little antechamber, and you can see there's really nothing in here. It's quite small, and except for you see that there is a large stone door on the far side. Written on the door in red runes is some sort of message. Does anybody speak or read Ignan?
No.
No, but I can cast understand languages,
I can write it on my feet real
or
quick.
comprehend languages.
Okay.
Ignint, does that help?
I actually speak Ignan. I thought I did, but I had to check. I do speak it.
You do speak Ignan. All right. You don't see this, but Lorelei is basically describing there's a room here, there's a door here, and the door has some writing on it.
She can glow like a torch, so I'm gonna have her, turn her light on. So she.
All right. So
glows.
yeah, you guys, if you guys are peering through the mouth, you can see, yeah, there's a thing. Maybe give me a perception check, Vondrum. You might be able to see through the mouth and see the door itself. $20. Okay, good. Yeah. So Lorelei sort of flies out of the way, and you get a good look. You get a solid look through the mouth at the door. You can see it quite easily, and you can see in Ignan these glowing red runes on the door that say, "The spirit of the Hydromancer Damius shall destroy those that disturb his body's rest." That's what it says in Ignan.
That's another threat, guys. I read it.
This is Pyromancer, right?
Yeah, the Hydromancer
This
Damius.
is a fire guy. We're after a water guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is apparently the tomb of a fire guy.
So why would the water guy be in here?
Maybe he tends to disturb the tomb of the fire guy.
Is there any evidence of anybody being in this area, Les? Or is it covered?
None that you see. Give me a perception check. Or Lorelei's perception check.
The hydro guy might be using this place because it's out of the way and nobody goes here.
That's a good point.
He needed
Floor-
secrecy. What it
floor's
was
covered.
before, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What it was before, I mean, if it's the tomb of this pyro guy, that might just be a coincidence. The hydro guy came here because nobody else comes here and he needed secrecy for his stuff.
Well, this one place we haven't been, so we got to go. So
So you did find last time we played, you guys did find some papers on the desk of what turns out to be the Inquisitor's rooms that were interesting, and they did refer to Sidoneth or the Hydromancer, and basically looking back at the the recap from last week. Basically, this is let me just quickly get that. You did find some papers there. There are some papers in Chilaxian, which are scourge orders. Some of them reference Sidoneth, which is the Hydromancer, who has been made amenable to our aims. And the paperwork seems to hint that it is financial rather than political influence. The oldest of these documents are several weeks old, meaning that the Sargavans have been here planting people in a position well before the attack, even on Gate Pass. So these guys have been in here for a while, knowing, that Sequin would become potentially a haven for refugees. But it looks like, at least from the paperwork that you guys found, the intimation was that the reason that Sidoneth was converted over to the Zargavan cause was financial. He was paid off.
They paid him a bunch.
Yeah, they paid him. It wasn't political to like his allegiances weren't necessarily, with Sargava,
They
but
were
he
with
was,
Ben Franklin.
they were, yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, we gotta go this way. There's nowhere else to go, so.
All right.
We'll just do it carefully.
What's in
Okay.
here? Well, I'm sorry, what's to this door?
That's the way you guys came. That's the
Yeah.
cave entrance where the original,
Shields are all-
yeah, where the shields are all, that was where the Chilaxians the Sagarvans were going to sort of set up a shield wall and attack you if you set off the alarm coming down the shaft. But you guys came too quietly, and you found their alarm, and so they were sort of sitting around doing nothing when you guys came upon them.
Do any of our mage people have the ability to protect us from fire?
Hmm.
I think
Is
we
that-
did that once already for somebody.
I'm not
was it-
real big on fire because I'm flammable.
I've got protection from fire.
Yeah,
I was one of the ones that got hit with that.
but
So if you want me to open something, I'll open the door.
I can't do it anymore, but yeah, somebody's got it already.
Yeah, I've got protection from fire.
Okay, well, squeeze your chunky ass through that hole.
It takes a minute. It is not easy. So you try to do that, and you have to take realistically, you probably have to take off your weapons belt to get in. Now you can feed them through and then move in, but yeah, you're getting caught on stuff. There's teeth in it, and it's sort of scratching you and that kind of thing.
I can ditch everything I've got except for just wearing the armor, and that's it. And then, yeah, if someone passes my sword, my falcata through, that's all I need.
Okay, so you do that first. You throw the falcata in, and then you crawl through.
I'd probably go in first and then have someone pass me the falcata, but
Okay, that works too. However you want to handle it.
okay. I can't find magical traps, but I can still search for traps on the door, right? Even
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
on the road. Like I said, if they're magical, I won't be able to.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at the door to see if I see anything that looks odd. Like a trap.
Yeah, you don't see anything that looks like a trap. You do see something in the center of the door about 2 feet below the runes, which looks like a very complicated lock.
Oh. This isn't my specialty. Bro. Your particular skills are needed in here.
Okay. What do I need? What do I need to do to
I can't put my guy in there, Les.
I'll do it.
Didn't-
Hold on a second.
Didn't Andrew do protection from fire too for somebody? I thought we did, both of you guys.
I may have had a potion at one point, but I don't have it.
As a
if
spell.
I can tell.
Like, so I've got on my sheet, so I know I was one of the ones that got the fire.
Well, I had
I've
it
got
memorized as a spell,
resistance.
so somebody got it.
I don't think I had protection from fire. Because I was in the back shooting stuff with arrows, so
Yeah.
I wasn't one of the frontline guys. And now I will see what I need to do to get through this thing to go in and investigate the lock.
You're gonna have to probably hand through your bow and your quiver, and sort of slip through there. Same principles. I mean, you're not. It's tight quarters. So you'll have to get in there, but you can do that.
Okay. Well, I'll do that. I'll hand the bow and the quiver and then crawl through.
Okay.
And I have leather armor, so it's less bulky.
Yeah.
And then once in there, I'll go up and investigate this lock.
Okay.
And it's. Go ahead.
Give me a perception check.
21 for traps.
21. So you don't see any traps. The lock itself is like nothing you've ever seen before. It's complex. There seem to be pieces of it that are sort of seem to exist both that you can see through. There are the lock mechanism itself. You try to focus on it and it seems to be moving at the same time, and it's like it's trying to, like, the lock mechanism itself is trying to run away from your eyes. Every time you focus on the mechanism to try and figure out, how do I unlock this, it's like you can't focus on it. There's something frankly a bit magical about this lock.
Yeah, this lock's weird.
It's hard to focus on. You
No.
start to wonder whether or not your ability to pick locks would even work on this. You're like,
Well,
I
I-
can't figure out what's wrong with it.
I can pick magical locks,
I know.
so, but I question whether this one is too complex for what's the skill level I'm at. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you start to question yourself. You're like, this is pretty tough. And it's a significant challenge.
Well, can anybody else deal with magic locks besides casting like the spell magic on them or something?
I think I can. But it's not as good as what you got, I don't think.
Well, I guess I will try since I'm in here.
Mhm.
And if I fail, then I'll get the hell out of the way and let a magic user go for it.
Well,
Can anybody-
I can aid.
Can anybody do any kind of guidance or anything that'll give me pluses? Bless or anything that would
Yeah.
help?
I can do an assist.
Okay.
I have aid, but I don't have it memorized. But an assist is +2, right?
It is.
It's just disable device.
Yeah,
Yeah, and mine actually does handle magic weapons too, or magic traps.
I do not have disable device.
All right. So if you're going to assist him, go ahead and oh yeah, no problem, Poe. So you get a +2 on your roll, Wraith, because Poe is guiding you with his knowledge of magical traps and locks.
Nice.
you guys blocked out again. I get a
Oh, sorry.
+2 and that.
You get +2.
no, It's my internet connection. It sucks. But let me try closing. That's why I keep the camera closed down now, because it tends to cause problems.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let me try to close some other stuff down and see if I can get something
What you need to
better.
do is kick the little hacker kid next door that's surfing porn on your connection, kick him off the network.
Yeah, but I feel bad for him. He's ugly. He's not gonna see women otherwise. He's got no shot if it isn't for internet porn. Little dorky bastard. All right. So I'm gonna do attempt to do disable a device with a +2. 24.
24. Okay.
Yeah, 21 +2 for the aid, +1 against magical traps.
All right. You dig around in there, trying to sort things out, get it unlocked. Frankly, you feel like you're out of your depth. But there's a moment where you hear sort of and you're just like, oh no, I don't know what I did, but that was, it's the kind of noise that you hear right before something bad happens when you're picking a lock.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey,
Arendar and
Yeah,
Lorelei, give me a perception check. Okay, 30 and 23. All right, so you, Arendar, you and Lorelei, as Wraith is going out, you hear Wraith go, and you hear
Lorelei's gonna swoop outside.
Lorelei's gonna go, I'm out. All right, so Arendar, you look up, you hear a kind of like noise, and you look up and you see a series of large holes open up, sort of like kind of like open up, like iris out in the ceiling. Immediately, the smell of sulfur and a bloom of heat fills the room.
I'm gonna yell, bro, get out of here now. And I'm gonna start making my way towards the hole.
All right. Here's the problem. The hole is small. Lorelei can fly right out, but you guys have to crawl. It takes time and you have to line up. Lava begins pouring out of those holes.
Okay, I'm shoving right through.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So lava begins falling down on you guys. The first thing I need for you guys to do is make a reflex save as the lava begins to land on you and pile up around your feet. All right, 16 reflex, decent. It's a solid attempt. 18. Arendar manages to make a saving throw, but Wraith, you missed it, which sort of gives away the DC, doesn't it?
I take half damage. I have evasion.
You
This
have
is coming from the ceiling.
lava is now pouring out of the ceiling.
Like multiple holes all over the whole ceiling, or just
Yep.
over?
Yeah, no, multiple holes all over the whole ceiling, like a checkerboard, like a Swiss cheese.
Can I make an action? Or can I make an
Sure.
initiative? How does that work? Well, I wanted to try and cast a spell. I can I can do a stone shape and create a false ceiling from the stone in that area.
Ooh, okay, that might work. Do you want to get in there? You can't do it now because it just started happening, but you can certainly do it next round if you want.
That's okay. So that's why I was asking. I didn't know about initiative. Or
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just happened, and now they're just like, let me out. No, let me out. They're fighting each other to get out of there. So
No.
Wraith, you take 6 points of fire damage, and Arendar, you take 1 point.
I take half damage.
Evasion, right? So 3 points.
There's no fighting unless Wraith's fighting me, like pushing him through that hole to get him out of there.
Well, here's the thing: only one of you can go out of the hole per round. So,
Right. And I'm
so
pushing
somebody will have to make another reflex save.
I'm pushing Wraith through.
All right, so you grab Wraith and you're just like, get out, and you
But-
throw it. You throw his bow through, and you jam Wraith into the mouth of the thing, and Wraith, you pop out the other side
I
with
can't
some-
do that by myself.
with some burns.
There you go.
All right, gotcha. So Vondram, you're blocked. You can't get in there to cast a spell because Wraith just came sort of worming out of the thing, and Arendar is coming out. But Arendar, I need you to make another reflex save.
he gets out, I won't need to.
Yeah, no, that's no.
You
So
can,
another.
you can use mine if you want.
Ooh, can you?
We're close enough.
Oh yeah, because if I stun you, it's no big deal. So
Exactly.
what's the bonus plus 5? I think.
You
or
use,
3?
no, you use my reflex.
But I also get a bonus too.
Yes, plus 5
What?
for
Feels like cheating.
what's it called?
Get Kin Bond.
Yeah, kin bond.
hmm
And my
Okay.
reflex is plus 5. My dex is higher.
So you get +5 and another +5 for Kin Bond. So it's
Yeah.
+10 on the reflex save.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Go ahead and roll it. See what happens. How about a 5? Let's get a 4. I feel a natural 4 coming out. A natural 1. All right. So you take 10
Whoa.
points of damage.
Oh, shit.
Wraith is stunned. Vondram,
Really?
you see Wraith as Wraith gets out of the thing. He falls to the ground as he is stunned from the failed save. Arendar, you take 10 points of lava damage as the lava begins to fill the room, and as Arendar sort of pops out of the dragon's mouth, lava begins to come out after him and flow onto the ground as you guys all back away from it. But Arendar, you have gotten out, and everybody sort of steps away from that area as it sort of like burbles around. It goes on for a couple of more rounds. Lava sort of comes out of the dragon's mouth and forms a pool around the thing.
I guess I'm not going that way.
But eventually it stops flowing and begins to harden and blacken.
Is it hardening with him in it?
No, everybody sort of backs
yeah,
away.
He did get out. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about lava. Everybody tries to back away from.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that room sort of like, and you can hear like the room So you get close. So lava has come out of the dragon's mouth. So there's like a pool of sort of black lava that's beginning to sort of harden and cool out in front of the dragon's mouth. You peer back in there, and it's still lit by a ruddy sort of red light, but you could feel like tons of heat coming out of there. It's very uncomfortable. You lean down there and you're like, whoa, as heat is pouring out of there. You think that there is something in there that's keeping that lava from cooling. So it forms like a pool of lava in there right now.
Okay.
That's just sort of like moving back and forth. The heat is unbearable.
Guess we're not going that way.
All right. So what next? You guys have ruined that.
Okay, so metagame speaking, there's no way they would have made it that hard in a one-shot fail. So that was not going to lead us to the Hydromancer.
No, I mean, think about it. Is he going to be hiding in a tomb? I don't know. That doesn't smell like Hydromancer style, you know?
And
Yeah, but that probably cut us off from some magic items.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's possible. If this is the actual tomb of that guy, the Damatarius or whatever the hell his name was. Yeah, he's probably buried. There's some grave goods in there, that kind of thing. That could be the case, certainly.
Am I unstunned?
Yeah, you're unstunned.
Yeah.
It's only lasts a round.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him. That's the last time. You stunned me twice now, failing.
Yeah. Apparently when I'm going to fail, I'm just going to fail. So.
Well, you do it. I mean, you do it with panache. I'll give you that.
Yeah. You needed like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
You rolled a 1.
have
You know
we
what?
searched?
I
the-
still think tonight roll 20 has been quite generous to me. So I'm
Yeah.
not complaining.
I'm all good too.
Very-
Yeah, roll
Doesn't mean
20.
doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a hard time, but
But yeah.
Roll 20 has really sucked. I got to be telling you.
Yeah.
It's really sort of not been good. I think Titus will agree with me here.
I agree.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, to a large extent, you guys, have really sort of searched this place, and not found the Hydromancer, which is interesting. Why would that be the case?
Where is there some kind of link to water?
where we came in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's you know what? Let's go back. Maybe we missed something. Can I do a really good search in here, please?
In the barracks room where the
That's the fire room.
the
We gotta
Galaxians were?
climb up some rope or something and go up.
Oh yeah, so that shaft that leads up to the water area. Remember, you guys went up there. You guys came down from there, and there was a sort of a magical sort of semi-permeable membrane that you guys passed through that was holding the water up. So
Yeah,
above
the water's
you,
up
there was the
above.
water from the river, and it was like tempestuous, and there was a lot of water in there. In fact, I mean, you guys haven't been down here for hours. How long do water breathing potions last?
They
'Cause
last
you guys-
for hours, I think.
They do last for hours, I'm pretty sure. So your water breathing potions are probably still
We're still
working.
working.
Let me just double check on that because I want to make sure to drown some people. 2 hours per level. So yeah, so like these will last for like 8 hours. So yeah, you guys drank those things, but there was that membrane that kept the water from flowing down
Right.
here where you are now. So
Right.
it was like the weird combination of like the prison upstairs and then the shaft, which goes down like 100 feet into this volcanic area. And it's odd because remember, you guys saw that this lava was sort of being magically ported in, because remember, you guys, when you guys were on this bridge, where Ono is sort of heading, the first bridge, you guys looked down the lava river, you could see that there was like this big sort of gate looking thing, which
Yeah.
seemed to be covered with fire, that you guys could, you could see that the lava seemed to be flowing in through there. So you're not sure if that's an open gate to the plane of fire, maybe. You don't know, but definitely a lot going on here. Here, I'll show you. You see that? So you
What?
can't,
No.
Oh, down there.
yeah, down there. So you could see that there's like a big portal there that the lava is flowing into in this case, which is odd. So you're not sure why that thing is there, but it's basically it's a big round portal looking thing, but it's completely covered with flames. You can't see it through it. It's completely opaque. But the lava seems to be flowing into it, not out of it,
Okay.
which is odd.
That water over up top there, Les, where Poe's at?
That's the
Water. No,
shaft
there's
that
no.
goes up into the water.
Yeah, that area. So that this circle is where the shaft basically drops you, and then this area here is the shaft that goes upward.
Okay, so what, this is all rock here, is that?
Yeah, it's all rock.
If I were a hydromancer trying to hide on a level
Wouldn't be down here in the
area,
first place.
where would I go?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be here. This isn't his thing.
There's no
This is
water down
the
here.
opposite of his thing. Be outside where the storm's going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Or in the ocean?
Or yeah.
Well, I mean, Sequin is a peninsula into a large river, so it's fresh water. But yeah, he might be headed for an ocean. That any place where there's a lot of water. There's no water down here.
Do we know if he is a freshwater or salt water hydromancer?
We do not know at this point.
Okay.
Did we investigate all the green barrels before we left? Just out of curiosity.
No, you guys didn't investigate them at all. Do you want to look into them before you leave?
Probably.
I
Yeah,
don't know if
so-
that would be a bad idea.
Well, there've been so far 2 monsters have come out of 2 of
Have
them.
come out of them.
Yeah,
The snake and whatever the chick was that we killed.
Right, they could be
yeah,
all,
that zombie.
they could be all monsters. It's
Yeah.
true. It also could be a really great hiding spot for something that you didn't want people to find. I don't know if there's a way to tell. Those monsters, they had magic in them, so if we do detect magic, they're all gonna probably have the same thing because they were set, with those spells to detonate or whatever.
Well, the snake didn't detonate.
Right,
Only the
possibly, if it,
yeah.
detecting magic wouldn't necessarily mean there's like, the golden anthem of magicness in there.
Well, I can't tell you that the liquid in the vats does radiate a certain bit of magic, and I'll tell you what it is.
Necromancy?
I don't know. Hold on.
And what are those red circles too? The red-
Lava.
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 I got thrown in one.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
They are not comfortable at all.
I know all about that.
Not even a little bit.
So the liquid inside the vats radiates conjuration magic.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Not a ton of it. It's not like strong conjuration. It's more like
you
medium
conjure stuff
conjuration.
out of it. Some-
Yeah, he did. Well, either the snake was in there already and just was sort of brought forth, or
he called a snake out of it, and then we emptied this room, went through it, and then that creature came through. So
yeah.
and since he looks like that, I bet he did come from that stuff.
Yeah.
My first thought was maybe that Hydromancer was hiding out in
In that liquid.
but
You don't see if you take the time to peer into those vats, and you do so very cautiously, considering that that creatures have come out of them. They all appear to be empty.
Should we smash those vats?
wouldn't be a bad idea.
My lawful good instinct is to at least overturn the vats.
Yeah, they're heavy vats, but yeah, they're overturnable.
All right, Ono would like to go back to the vats, and he's gonna knock them over.
Boot to the vat.
Yes, sir. I mean, I will. Let me find my cursor isn't quite working here.
Okay.
This is weird.
I bet less.
You don't have to move your guy over. Yeah, so yeah, I mean it takes you a minute to get him rocking. Give me a reflex save.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. It's weird how my roll 20 map just froze. Okay.
Yeah, that is weird, especially when you have to do a reflex save.
20.
Very weird indeed. Would you roll 20?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you dump this thing over, and the liquid splashes all over the stone. It immediately begins hissing as the stone, as it begins sort of like wisping away. The liquid is sort of evaporating, but it's leaving the stone underneath. The stone floor is pitted and sort of has some, like, I don't want to say scorch marks because that implicates fire, but sort of like scoring on it.
Right.
Thing. You dodge out of the way, and you can see that this
Okay.
this liquid seems to be volatile in some way.
Question. Do any hydromancers fall out?
No hydromancers fall out.
Damn.
Dang it.
So does my character, does Titus see a crossbow in the ravine to the southeast?
Yes, several crossbows that are stacked up over there. There is several heavy crossbows that are stacked up against the wall over there. These were weapons that were set aside by the Sargavans to do their shield wall. If you guys had set off the trap coming down the shaft, the Sargavans would have been alerted that somebody was coming down. They know that they're not expecting visitors. So what they would have done was come out, get those tower shields, line them up in 2 groups of 4, and begin doing 2 and 2 shots over the lava at you guys to keep you at bay. And they would also set one of those shield walls would have been set up at the bottom end of the near side of the bridge so that you guys couldn't cross. But yeah, those are their crossbows. There's also buckets of crossbow bolts there, but they're heavy crossbows. Quite well made too.
So does examining the crossbows and the shields reveal anything interesting?
No, if you're looking for like doing detect magic on them, they're all mundane. Although they're well crafted, not masterwork, but certainly well crafted Chalaxian war gear. The crossbows are solid. The shields bear the sigils of various Chalaxian houses.
Okay, like Maxwell House.
Kind of.
Just like that.
Or Doctor House.
They, can no longer go in here, right?
No, it's full of lava.
It's full of lava, and the lava
It's
is being
lava.
kept hot. So if you peer in there again, you can see that although the lava that poured out of the dragon sort of face has now cooled to the point where you could probably stand on it if you wanted to. It's cooled quite significantly. If you peer in, there's still these blasts of hot air that are coming out of the mouth, and you can peer in from a distance, and you can see that the lava inside is being somehow kept hot and is still liquid and has not begun to begun to harden or anything like that.
Well, phew. I'm about to break a sweat.
It's warm down here. You guys are all sweating,
Right.
frankly, sweating balls down here.
Right. Gotcha. I got a feeling we just missed something kind of obvious. I don't.
I really can't comment on that.
We did miss something obvious. So okay.
What I can tell you is that your instincts regarding the comfort level of a Hydromancer in this area are on target.
Right. I mean, it seems like any self-respecting Hydromancer would not be in a level of lava.
I would agree.
So he's not here.
So do we miss him upstairs then?
He's not. Okay, I don't think he's down here.
Yeah, I thought we went through and saw everything upstairs too, though.
Me too.
Let's go back up and look again.
Okay, and these are the cells where we. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Did we
not.
search every wall? Like, did we do a hidden trap and hidden door search on every wall? Did I miss that somewhere?
I searched for hidden doors in most of the places around where there could be.
Yeah,
Hold
Poe
on.
was pretty thorough.
Who's this?
Who's who?
Oh, that's the guy. Oh yeah. Okay. Look, mate. Good luck.
It would make sense that they would separate the two magic items that are controlling the weather, where he
Yeah.
would not be with this thing down here. So it makes sense that we'd miss him.
I feel like we
Exciting.
just miss. So, wait, hold on. What's this here? There's a door here.
Sure.
What's
Which
it?
door are you looking at?
That one.
What's this?
Well, I don't see where you're clanking. Oh, that's the north door. Yeah, that was the Inquisitor's rooms. That's where you found the glass or crystal sphere that contained the storm in it. You found that in there, plus the paperwork that indicated that that it looked like the Sargavans had essentially bought off Sidoneth, the Hydromancer.
Copy. Okay.
I can open that up if you want to take a look inside.
Have we searched that room? We have. All right. Okay. Phew. I feel like we have searched all of the lava rooms. It seems like no Hydromancer is gonna dwell down here. I vote we go back. I think we missed something somewhere.
Yep, let's go upstairs.
So
Okay.
I mean, that's my two cents.
All right.
Where's upstairs? We go
All
across
the way over to the little blue sphere over there. Then we come back up.
All right. So yeah, so you guys have left a.
there it goes.
I'm not sure I like these new doorways. They don't seem to want to work for me, and they're sort of pissing me off a little bit. There we go.
Got to bring what's his name with us.
Huh?
We've got to bring what's his name with us.
Yeah. So you've got a problem, right? So you've got the
Excellent.
prisoner. What are you going to do with him?
And
Getting
that's-
him up that rope is going to be a problem. It's
Well,
one
he
thing for
doesn't
you
have-
guys to climb or anything like that.
well,
He has
doesn't
no
have
spells and is significantly debilitated.
Let's
So
see.
with the thing that Vondrum and
Could
Titus
just kill.
broke.
Yeah.
Did he wait for a day and then teleport out? Does he have the ability to do that?
He doesn't have a spell book with him.
Oh. Okay.
Could
Yeah, here's
Oh,
the thing.
no.
We don't have an extra water breathing thing for him.
Oh, that's trouble too.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a spell of water breathing,
You have water breathing the spell?
or excuse
feel
me,
like I do.
potion.
I got something too.
Odo has
So I've given the dude the ability to be moved by all players, so you guys can control him now.
Odo has Shattering Punch. Will that help?
Yeah, you can finish him off, then he stops being a problem. Although I may have to ask you guys to send me privately your alignments.
Hey, one evil act doesn't change your alignment.
It can.
I can't. Odo has
We ask him how good he is at holding his breath.
that's right.
I have a potion of water breathing if it's.
I think you took that, didn't you?
No,
No,
I
all of us
think
took
we
our potions.
found
Oh,
a
did you have an
cache.
extra?
I have it in
Oh,
my inventory.
okay. All right. Cool. Cool. That might work if you're willing to sort of waste it on this guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it worth wasting it?
Maybe just kick him into the lava. That bull rush that Ono was thinking about.
Yeah,
You know,
like
okay.
what good is he? What's he gonna?
Oh no, the lawful good monk is will say, we must save this poor man.
Now, if we can get him up, if I remember right, we were only underwater. Like going up this shaft. And then through that first room, and then after you got out of that room, there were stairs, and then you're above water, if I remember right. Is that right, Les?
There were different periods, different places where there were deeper water and lower, but most of it was close to the shaft where the deeper water was. So
Right,
yeah, if you guys can move him quickly,
hold your breath and then just yank him
yeah.
through, like on a rope and just.
Yeah, frankly, the drowning rules are pretty easy on adventurers here.
Oh
So
yeah, they are.
All right.
how are you gonna get him up the rope though?
Well,
We'll just make him last, and we'll tie him to the end of it, and then just lift him up.
And hoist him?
Yeah. He weighs like 10 pounds, so.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too tough. You wouldn't need like 3 guys to do it.
Ono will gently but firmly fasten the rope about his arms and shoulders.
Okay. All right. So who's climbing first? So it sounds like that once someone or two someones get to the top, you guys will like generally to just like hoist people up, but which is fine, but you have to get up there first. So who's going to make the first couple of climb checks to get up that rope?
I'll climb first.
All right.
You got the strongest, so once I get up there, I can literally just hoist people up if that's what they want.
Okay.
Conundrum's gonna need some hoisting.
Okay.
So I think we said it was a DC 15. Is that right?
Climbing a rope?
Yeah.
I
think we had
don't
put
think
knots
it's
on this
that tough.
And we had put knots in this one, I thought, which made it even easier, if I remember right.
Actually, I've gotten stronger in it anyway. I might not need help.
So yeah, you did put knots in the rope, so that should make it easier. Climb DCs. Here we go. A rope with a wall to brace against, a knotted rope, or a rope affected by rope tricks. So the DC is 5. So that's not too bad, as long as you got help. The problem is if you miss it, it's a pretty long drop.
Should we heal this guy up before we do it?
Well, you could. It's not. I don't know that it's going to make him any better able to climb.
But it'll make him better able to sustain a fall.
Well, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. If he falls, but you guys were gonna send some people up and then rig up a hoist.
I'll go first. I don't even need to roll. I can't fail. So.
Okay. All right. So you just shinny up that rope. Takes a minute, but you get and you pass through the thing and you find yourself again in underwater essentially.
Yeah.
But the water breathing potion is still working, and your rope is still attached, and you can sort of see dimly down the length of the shaft and the light at the bottom, the reddish light from the lava at the bottom, and people staring up at you like, "What's going on?"
So I would say whoever's got a climb skill of 4 or better should just go ahead and climb up.
Okay.
Those of you who don't, we can do one at a time. You can just tie yourself to the bottom, and I'll just pull you up.
I can climb.
I'll go first.
Eridar,
Here we
give me a perception check when you get a
A
moment.
little stronger than me. More of a fighter.
20. You feel like the water's a little deeper. I mean, not much, maybe a couple of feet where you are, but yeah, it does feel like the water's deeper here than it was.
Okay, that's concerning.
Deeper.
Was there water pouring in from outside? I know it was storming pretty good outside.
It was storming pretty good outside, but the water wasn't coming. I mean, there was water inside the building, so some water was getting in, but the level of the river wasn't. The river was about 4 feet lower than the edge of the cliff that you guys went into.
Okay.
All right. So who's next up the rope?
I think me and Ono both climbed on our own.
All right. So does Ono, what's your climb bonus?
2.
Ooh, you're gonna have to. So I need 2
So you actually have
rolls.
to roll because you can't.
Yeah, you have to get better than a 5. So
If you want to be pulled up, you can.
all right, so that's half. You're halfway up. Give me one more. All right, no problem. So Ono passes through the membrane, and you find yourself surrounded by water. You know, that brackish water that's come in and settled in here, and you can see Arendar, and you're like,
Mhm.
Not very
Yeah,
often
it's
somebody in their 50s gets to do that. Grandbaby on their lap.
go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. You can do a perception check. 27. All right. So not only are you absolutely sure the water is deeper, but there's something out there. You're not sure. You don't see anything. You don't see anything, but you have a weird feeling that there's stuff moving in the water in the distance. You're not sure what, and it may be just the heebie-jeebies, frankly. But you do have a weird feeling. You do not see any hydromancers,
Okay.
but the water
Sam,
is definitely deeper.
In coming. There's
All right.
something out there. Be on alert.
Okay, watch my back. I'll pull everybody up that needs to be pulled up, and then we'll go see what's up there.
Okay. All right. So it takes a while, probably 20 minutes, for you guys to sort of wrench everybody up. The prisoner, dude, is probably the hardest. He has a hard time. Titus, you help him out. But you guys managed to get everybody winched up into the thing. Titus, are you, so he's last. Now, have you guys decided what you're going to do with him? Because you're going into an area, once he passed through the membrane,
He's underwater.
he's underwater. Yeah.
I guess. Oh no, well, I'm pulling people up. Do you want to go scout a little bit? Don't engage anything, but just make sure there's a spot just up the stairs that I can pull him to that he can breathe in.
Well, looking at what we have on the treasure list,
Mhm.
since we've been here, we found 2 additional potions of water breathing.
Oh,
Okay.
have we?
So we can give him one.
Yeah, I'd say we just give him one then.
All right. So you're going to make him drink a potion of water breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So no problem there. He drinks it. He's like, oh, I feel great. And you guys get to the top of the thing. So you begin moving, and Ono is pretty nervous. He's a little bit paranoid. He feels like look, we haven't found the hydromancer. We haven't figured out where we're going yet. There's something wrong here. And you guys are like, it's just Ono being Ono. But you do recognize that the water, all of you do recognize that the water is definitely deeper here. And it extends as you move forward up through, remember the jail where the submerged skeletons were? You guys move up through there, and you do feel like that that there's even more of that prison is taken with, is flooded with water, and you can hear as you come around to the front of the thing, and you begin approaching what would have been the entrance. You realize that the water is high enough that you think that water is coming in the entrance that was formerly below. Well, it was formerly above river water. You feel like there is water coming through there.
So just in the few hours we've been in here, the river's risen like 4 feet.
Yeah, maybe more.
Dang. Okay. We've got to look around this level. I mean, this is the level that we thought. I mean, if you're a hydromancer, this is the level you'd be on. So everyone's got water breathing. So it's the way back. Just, I guess, lots of perceptions, looking everywhere with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it is above water, but there's a lot more water in here now than there used to be. And as you guys look at sort of this area right here, which was the entrance, right? It's a pretty large portal, right? Because it was for the deliveries of packages and things like that, of supplies from the river. So it's a pretty large portal. I mean, it's 5 feet wide, probably 10 feet high. It's probably half full of water right now. So as you guys sort of sploosh through, the water here is probably 5 feet deep in these rooms.
Okay.
Don't forget your new friend.
Oh yeah. All right. Can
Where is, I don't see him.
is he able to keep his head above water?
Well, he's got
He's-
water breathing, so.
he's
doesn't-
water
He's got
breathing.
water breathing, but yeah, he's obviously, so I mean, you can see that he is tiring quickly.
Okay.
Hey, Les, I don't see him on the map anywhere.
All right.
Yeah, he's right here.
All right.
There he is. He's by Titus.
Okay,
Eat lunch.
so I'm
Why
moving up
is
here then.
yeah. So he's by Titus.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, wait. I mean, I am tempted. I am tempted to just drag the civilian up to dry land and say,
and
sit
just
there.
tell him to walk back.
Yeah, I mean,
At this point, anytime we're underwater, Rafe is useless. Or at least next to.
right.
So I'll take control of the survivor
Okay.
and help him through. Because I can't fire arrows. I can use my short sword, which I'm about half as good at. So
You could hear the rain outside as you guys get close. You could to the thing. You could hear the rain outside, and it's just it's just pouring buckets out there, but you also hear another noise outside of the door that seems to be, well, sort of frankly, not the sort of thing that you expected to hear. It's a man's voice, and he's like, "Hello, hello in there. Is anyone in there? Anyone at all?"
Do we know the voice?
Give me a quick intelligence check
Where are we hearing it? From which door?
from outside of the main door, like out in
I
the
shall
river.
know.
Like here?
An intelligence check?
Yeah.
I have no idea who it is.
Yeah, no, you haven't heard that voice before.
Intelligence check? That's what you're asking?
Oh,
Somebody-
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wow, I should ask for more intelligence checks. This is great.
Hey, Poe's
You guys
smart.
are really good at this.
Poe got it. Did Poe get it?
Poe's got a 19. Poe, you do not recognize this voice. Bondrum, you do not either. No, none of you recognize
Okay,
the voice.
so
But you
now-
hear,
all right.
hello inside. Is that Bondrum I hear in there, and Arendar and Wraith and Polar and
I'm gonna go to the door.
Stige.
Yeah.
it's the Hydromancer.
Is that the
So-
Hydromancer? Well, I'm gonna look out. I see some guy out there.
Do you see somebody out there?
Yeah.
All right. So standing out. So as you Arendar, as you sort of press yourself up to the water, and again, you're pushing your way through water that's 5 feet high. You look up there, and standing on the surface of the river, sort of looking, very, sort of very self-satisfied, is this guy here.
Yeah.
And
see.
why is it not working?
He's gone. He just disappeared.
What the actual fuck?
WTAF. Never heard that one. WTAF.
That's so unlike Les.
Hold on a second. Did you actually see the dude?
No.
I did. Now I don't.
All right, hold on. Roll 20 has just gone absolutely freaking bonkers here. Hold on a sec. There we go.
Now I see him again.
All right. This is the layers thing always bedevils me. All right, let's see if it works this time.
Okay,
This
now-
guy.
Got it.
So there's a guy standing out there. He's got a smile on his face. He's got coiffed hair. He seems to be soaking wet, but he's standing sort of casually on the surface of the water. He's like, "Oh, hello, that's Arendar, isn't it? Fine time that we've met." He goes, "You're not looking for this, are you?" And he pulls something out of his pouch, and he's holding what looks to be a crystal rod of some sort.
I
He
lean
goes,
back and say, Wraith, come shoot this guy.
I'm assuming that you guys, I'm assuming you have enough talent amongst you to determine that without this, the sphere won't work. He's like, "Look, you all seem like quite capable fellows. So I'm really sort of saddened to have to do this, but you have to understand the lure of creature comforts and material things is not unknown to me, and so I must insist on departing at this point. Is there any chance at all that you might hand me the sphere?"
Hey, Wraith, come hand this guy something. He's asking
great.
for it.
So keep in mind, he's outside. You're 5 feet deep in water. He's outside, standing on the top of it.
We're under, as far as I know, I'm underwater. I can't shoot arrows.
Yeah,
Okay,
basically,
come
yeah.
Come sit on my shoulders or stand on my shoulders and shoot this guy.
Can we just tell him we left it? Does he know we have it? Can we just tell him we left it down in the?
You can tell him whatever you want. Yeah, he's like, "Any chance you might hand over that sphere to me? I promise you that I will cancel the storm that is bedeviling Sequin. I've been paid. Sounds like my employers have been destroyed by you. They were rude and uncouth folk. Frankly, I will shed no tears over their demise. But I would like that sphere back if you did happen to capture it."
We'll tell you what, why don't you give us that and then we can stop it.
Well,
How much did they pay you?
oh, it was an immense amount. For the betrayal of Sequin, the destruction, the destruction of the city, the infiltration of Sargavan agents, a general sense of trouble, and I'd almost gotten away with destroying the entirety of the leadership tier of the thing at that stupid theater event. But it was a great deal of money. And normally I would not be tempted by this. I love my job. I love working with water and working with the river and that kind of stuff. I've done it for many years, and I'm friends with Simeon. I have no quarrel with the Lyceum, and frankly, I was saddened to see that they were there. But money is indeed money, and the Sargavans offered me a significantly high position in their port administration. It was very hard for me to look askance at it. Anyway, I really can't give you this, delivering that power to you. I mean, obviously you're capable, but unschooled in these matters, and so I'm just going to assume that you don't have the thing, and therefore I must take my leave. However, I will leave you with my friends, who will show you an interesting time while I depart. Gentlemen, and he sort of looks down, and suddenly
Les, can I do something?
Sure, if you want. If it depends on what
I want to cast hold person. So
on him.
in the 6 seconds in between all of that jabber he was doing, I'm going to try. Yeah, I mean it's a DC.
All right.
17,
Can you see him? I guess you could see.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, give it a shot.
You got to just roll a DC 17 will save.
DC 17 will. Ooh.
I'm sure he's got a pretty good one, but
Yeah, he does. It's pretty good.
I'm counting on you to roll a 1, Les. I know you can do this.
Hold on, I gotta check one other thing.
How about a 2? Just a 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, I would be happy with it too also.
I gotta check and see something. Paralysis.
Any humanoid creature, so assuming he's a humanoid.
Yeah. Oh, he's a person. Yeah, he's a person. All right. So, all right, here we go. I'm feeling lucky.
No.
Ooh, 21. Yeah. It's like Polam, you're a gentleman and a scholar, but I must say that was a bit of tricksy bits there. With that, I should probably depart, but I will introduce you to my friends who are now incoming.
Okay, he's still talking, so I'm going to cast one more spell.
All
Yeah,
right.
me
What else?
too.
So it's called Shadow Trap. It's a will save DC 16.
Shadow trap. All right. You see, by the way, the water below his feet begins to boil. It's not from heat, it's from activity underneath. Something is going on there, and it's not great. What's the spell?
It's called Shadow Trap.
Shadow trap. What is
It pins the target's shadow to a 5-foot range.
Oh, wow.
okay?
That's cool. It's a Peter Pan trick.
It's the Peter Pan trick, yeah. All right.
Nice.
The will negate. So I'm going to do another will save. Here we go. 26, even better.
Man,
So
Les, stop it.
you see him sort of, he's like, good day, everyone. And he begins to slip beneath the water. Let's roll for initiative.
All right.
Turkey. Oh my God.
I had spells to cast.
And water. Well, Titus. All right, Titus, if you've got one that you can cast, let me know what it is.
Hypnotic
kill.
pattern.
No, you're not in position to show him anything.
Oh well. I could
Sorry,
show
dude.
him lots of things, but why am I not in position?
That I don't know.
Okay.
But there seems to be a big wave. A couple of things are happening. He seems to be sinking below the water with a good day, all, and the water in front of him begins to raise up in sort of a wave. And you can see off to the sides, you can see something skimming the top as it's heading to you at an enormously fast speed.
All right. Can I try to hit him?
You're not even close to him.
All right, well, fine.
You try and swim out there and try and hit him, but I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna use mildly harsh language.
All right. Hold on a
You
second.
turkey.
Hold on a second. Okay.
All right.
You turkey. That'll fix him.
There's more where that came from.
You're not casting vicious mockery on him, are you?
If I could, I would.
Don had a piece of paper with a bunch of vicious mockeries on them, and some of them were just so absolutely brutal that I had to stand up and walk around for a minute while I was reading.
Wow.
I had to like walk it off like Coach used to make me do. All right, so we got everybody in the turn order.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
I'm missing Ono. So let me go ahead and do some of my stuff.
A 6? Oh my God! What did?
Nice.
Wow! I rolled a 1.
All right, so let's do
Natural 1. Wow.
Sidoneth.
Great.
Not super fast, but he does seem to be leaving. So we'll do him. So he's rolled a 15. All right, and then let's just go ahead and do everybody while we're doing it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. I like to move it. Okay. It's wrong. Didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. Water. Large. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, let's roll that. Hold on, I'm sorry, I didn't have my initiatives ready. Boop. 10. Okay, and finally, those guys. Wow, those guys move. They are fast little farts, aren't they? Sorry, you'll find out here in a minute. No, actually not quite as fast as I'd hoped.
Wow.
Now you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Would have been so
Out of the
cool
door.
if you held him. Very cool.
All right, let's descend them. Let's get our rounds in place. Everybody's got their stuff in place. Man, this is just it's taking a long time. All right, are we ready? Boy, those initiative rolls aren't super high, are they?
Are we ready while
Nope.
we're all like chin deep in water, unable
Yeah.
to use most of our weapons?
It's not great. Yeah. All right. Let's rock and roll. First round, Lorelei. Where is Lorelei? I'm assuming she's flying above the water itself.
Yeah, she is. And
Okay.
she's not going to do anything other than maybe get out. If she sees anything in that opening, she'll get out of visibility of it.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
now
move.
it's his turn.
Can I ask a couple questions before we start?
Yep.
Is there access to anywhere where we can get better ground and not be so deep in water, like where we're at?
Well, the water here is about 5 feet deep, which means there's about 4 feet of space between the surface of the water and the thing. So yeah, I mean, you're standing on stone, especially those of you who have armor on. I mean, theoretically, I mean, if you could swim and sort of get yourself in position. But yeah, you're sort of in a weird kind of like, it's like being in the deep end of the pool.
And then where does it go shallow though? Back the way we came? Is that where it gets shallow?
A little bit, just because of the stone is higher, but there does seem to the water in this room seems to be higher because there's water flowing in through the entrance.
And the entrances are
The entrance, the entrances are right here. This is the entrance.
This is the offloading place, Les?
Right.
Where yeah. Okay. So the wench is up above.
So
Yeah, but it's outside.
Right.
And we're watching this thing approach us through that opening out in the wide open water.
Yes. So outside and below, well, it used to be below, is the river itself. That river has come up and is now flowing water into this room. That water is draining away a little bit behind you, which is why the water was shallow. But there's just there's tons of water flowing into this room.
Is there another exit from here that I'm not remembering?
There was stairs, but I think wasn't it blocked or something?
The stairs into the building, yeah, those were blocked, and you would to remove the debris would take days. They had collapsed in upon itself. That was back in this area right here.
I can close this entrance and protect us with, again, a stone wall.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a summoned creature, so if we just kind of go away and wait, it probably won't last that long, maybe. But I mean, I don't think we're going to catch this guy right now the way this is going.
I agree. So do we just retreat back down?
He's leaving, so we need
I'm
to
on
try
my
to.
tiptoes. I mean, I don't
We need
know.
to try to figure out where he's going. Does anybody have any kind of tracking, like magical tracking?
I do that.
Throw a tracking bug on him or something?
A Lorelei? Can we throw Lorelei at him? Well, I guess she can't go underwater though.
She can't really swim underwater, so she would be at a serious disadvantage trying to do that. I don't know that I would put her in that.
I mean, we could summon a creature maybe to catch it, but I'm sure you would.
Yeah, that's an idea. Does anybody have summon? I don't have summon.
I
Let
don't.
me check.
I can summon, but I don't
Well,
know.
he's still in the process of slipping beneath the water, so he's still capturable. Maybe if you guys could figure out a way to capture him.
Web.
I did everything I had. I'm out of spells completely now.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I've got like
Webs work underwater.
What'd you
what?
say?
I have web. Does that work underwater?
No, you got to anchor web on 2 anchoring spots left to right.
Yeah, I know, but so that could be above water, but would the web itself work under? Are we all
It's got
submerged?
to be close
I mean,
to
it
the
seems like-
bottom or close to the side.
Okay, so as far as the list shows, Titus has a scroll of hold person. And a scroll of suggestion.
I need to put those in my inventory.
Yeah, they've been assigned to you for since like 2nd level.
Well, I switched over from the one sheet or only sheet to hero.
You also have a wand of charm person.
And I also moved a bunch of stuff. I've lost a lot of notes.
You could
Uh,
probably use that, Chuck, right? Do you have used
No.
device?
I don't have a used device.
So one thing
Yeah.
also I should mention is
Those
that
are
he
three
has
things.
he has
I'm
the
sorry.
control wand in his hand
Right.
as he's departing. So he's sort of like waving at you guys, ta ta, as he goes down and this wall of water begins rising up in front of him.
Yeah,
Vondram has Hand of the Mage. I don't know what that does, but it might be telekinesis. Mike has a luck stone.
Mummified elf hand. On a golden chain. Cast mage hand.
Yeah. And Mage Hand is it's only 5 pounds, but you can it's a telekinetic hand.
Yeah, that might
Grasp
be
it-
something you
it
could do.
grasps the target object and moves it slowly up to 20 feet.
Yeah, but the ability of that to resist someone trying to hold it back is not
Yeah.
great. But like I said, hold person, suggestion, and charm person are all scrolls or wands that Titus has.
I got it. If you could send me that list, Chuck, I'd appreciate it. I lost a bunch of notes when we had to have our floors redone.
I just told you the list.
I wasn't paying attention as per usual whenever you're speaking.
Ooh,
All right.
I'll let
Well,
you guys work that out.
Well, apparently Titus doesn't have shit.
Okay, I see how this works.
Okay, so
All right,
hand,
I'm listening now.
can you pull out a scroll and use it when you're standing in 5 foot of water though? I
yeah.
mean,
As
Why
long as you're
not?
more than 5 foot tall, you can hold it above the waves.
so I'm 4'11", so I can't, I mean, I could maybe go back in, target, let's see. 30
Yeah, but
feet.
Let's
have-
see what scrolls you have. Cure Light times 4, jump, and expeditious retreat.
Yeah.
Now wands, you have Hand of the Mage and a Wand of Hold Portal.
End of the Mage only does non-magical things. You can't
Yeah,
control.
I didn't think that would work. Because even if it could, it can only move 5 pounds, and you would be fighting off the fact the person's holding it. And most human beings, even weak ones, can
So-
fight off 5 pounds of whatever.
I
What
would
were the
say,
other 2 things that I had the potions of? You said Cure Light 4.
4 Cure Light wounds, 1 potion of jump, and 1 potion of expeditious retreat.
Oh, here they are. Okay.
Chuck, would you please send that list? Sorry for any offense. I've lost a lot of my notes.
so let's say Titus doing the charm person. I mean, this guy's got an amazing will save, so he almost doesn't have to roll, but at this stage, we're kind of desperate, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that great. I think it was +6 or +8, something like that. +10 maybe.
His will save was like 10,
Yeah, so I mean,
And
he could
this-
roll 1 through 6 and that's a fail,
right?
Great, but it's a chance.
So I'd say charm person first. If that doesn't work, then the next round he tries the hold person. The rest of us need to hold up in here and fight whatever comes after us. But
Would
don't
you-
go out there because these creatures kind of water's their thing.
I can reduce the size of the hole so that we can reduce the size of what can come in towards us with a stone wall. You know what I'm saying? Can shrink the amount of space.
Yeah,
that
if we
they
can
can
somehow get charm person working, then. He's not commanded, but at least he thinks you're a friend and we can convince him to come in and help us with the.
All right, I sent you the
These guys off
spreadsheet,
first.
Andrew.
Thank you.
It's the magic item tab, and it shows magic items on the left and the ones that have been assigned to you. You'll see how it works.
All right, thank you. So, oh, here we go.
We didn't do anything from tonight though, right?
Also, we have a scroll of hold person from the newest loot batch, which would have probably been handed to whoever can use that. So we have 2 of those. One that Titus already had and the new one.
I would probably have taken the other one, so that'll give me something I can do.
There you go.
Titus, you have the sphere, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I thought about mentioning that, but I don't know if that's a great idea.
Right now, I wouldn't advertise
Yeah.
that you've got
You're
it.
not gonna open with that, or
That might be a way to get him to stop running away, though, if he knows that we have it.
he may already know that you have it.
Yeah.
He's got the control wand.
Yeah, so he
I
might be
imagine
able to
there's an
sense
affinity
that.
there. So that being the case, you know he wants it.
Mhm.
Maybe that whole sort of like I'm departing now, ta-ta, was a ruse. Maybe he's slipping in under cover of water to try and get at you, Titus. Take that thing away from you.
All
Good
right.
luck with that. I'm kind of like in the doorway, so
Yeah, dimension door is a thing.
it is.
All right, so do you guys have a plan? Lorelei, you're first up.
She already moved into the corner. Unless she's
She
done.
moved in the corner. All right, so Sidoneth falls slowly below the waves, and in front of him another wave. So imagine a flat river, and it's not flat because there's a huge storm still going on. He seems perfectly comfortable in it. He's soaking wet, but he doesn't care because he's a Hydromancer. Wet is his thing. So you see him sort of like he talks a good game, does a little bit of villain monologuing, and then he begins sinking down because he's standing on top of the water. He begins sinking down underneath. At the same time, some sort of weird wave begins coming up out of the water in front of him. So there's a point where it's like the wave, it's like him and the wave sort of pass, and he then drops out of sight. Titus, what do you do?
Oh, he's out of sight.
He has dropped out of sight, but there's a wall of water which seems to give me a perception check. Or are you you're not even in a position to see outside yet? Do you want to move and take a look, or?
Sure.
Because remember that door that Arendar is standing by, or that Poe is standing by. Why is mine so different from yours? Wait a second. Why is my screen so different from what you guys are looking at?
That's a great
That's
question.
that's not great. No, that's not great at all. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh. I'm not sure why everything's different on my screen. I don't like it though. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, that does not interfere with your turn, Titus. Tell me what you're going to do.
All right, so I will move near. If I stand behind Arendar, can I see out, or do I have to get closer?
So the door is sort of in the way. So there's a lot of water pouring through this area right here, because of the height of the river. So where you're standing, that door is in the way. You can't see out onto the river. So you would not have seen Sidoneth. You would not have seen the water sort of pouring in unless you move to somewhere like over here, maybe.
Okay, I will do that. That's kind of the general vicinity where I was just thinking.
Okay.
So I see him now.
All right. That wall of water. Give me a quick perception check.
I will do that. Perception. 22.
22. All right. So at first you think that wall of water may be a water elemental, but as you begin to see it begin to sort of take shape, it begins to take a form that it's almost like a minotaur or a gargoyle. That it's got arms and horns and legs and you know, that kind of thing, and it sort of materializes on the top of the water and begins charging. You hear it go, it's coming at you.
Oh boy. Does it look like the real thing, or does it look like water? Can I tell?
It looks like it's made of water. It doesn't look like the real thing.
Okay.
It looks like either Sidoneth summoned a water. Well, water elementals come in a lot of variety of shapes and sizes. This one's big, and it doesn't look like any water elemental you've ever seen. Water elementals tend to take the shapes of waves or blobs of water or that kind of stuff. They rarely take sort of anthropomorphic forms. This is definitely 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, horns. It looks like a gargoyle.
So using message, I am communicating this to everybody.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Is that it for you? Do you want to try anything?
So do I see what's his face, or think I see our friend who wants the sphere?
You don't. What did you roll for your perception check? 22? Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see him. Your head is still above the water, I think. Right?
Well, I'm standing on Arendar.
Okay. So yeah, so your head is above the water, so you do not see him. You saw him sort of, he was behind, well, yeah, you didn't see him.
Okay. I just warn everyone what's coming because I don't know what I can do.
All right. Poe.
I think my initiative, I didn't hit it.
Oh, what did you roll?
26.
26. Okay, hold on. Let's get you in there. And your turn will be next. Let's go ahead and get you in there. 26.1, is that your initiative check?
Yep. Sorry
Okay.
about that. Thought I
No,
hit it.
that's all right. That's all right. Excellent initiative. So go now, because before Polearm, because you have been first by
Yeah,
a
so
big stretch.
it's tough though because where I'm at, I'm 4'11", so I'm basically on my tiptoes.
You're underwater.
I'm on my tiptoes to breathe.
You have
Oh no,
water
you're
breathing.
underwater. And
You have water breathing.
but you have water breathing going on.
But I can't see. I mean,
Well, you could see in
I
the
see the-
water. Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent.
Is it day or night, Les?
It's daytime, but frankly, the
Storm.
the storm is keeping it rather dim in here. To answer your question, Eric, it is, the water level is pretty high already. It's not rising as far anymore, but it's still like 5.5 feet higher.
Right.
There's just a lot of water sort of flowing in. Essentially, there's a flow of water that's taking place, and it's continuing to take place. What is that?
because it's so high, it's going to keep coming in until it fills the whole chamber. essentially.
Yeah, it's coming through here and sort of filling, and then it's coming through here and then draining out.
So we all have message, right?
Yeah. So you
So-
see that line? That's
Yeah.
the flow of water. There's a lot of water flowing in from outside. It's rushing past you and flowing out into the way you came, where it's sort of draining down into the rest of the complex.
Essentially, it's a riptide.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not that fast. It's just it's just heavy. There's a lot of cubic feet of water that is moving into the building. There, that's a little bit easier to see.
So with message, I'm going to reach out to the group and I'm like, are we going to run? Are we going to wait these guys out, these creatures, and see if they disappear and then get out of here? Or regroup? What are we doing? I need to know. We saw it.
Well, you heard one. It's like one roared at Titus. Like,
Well, I know they're
this-
threatening, but are we going to try and fight them, or are we just going to retreat back in? 'Cause
This is a choke point, so it might be better to deal with them here. They're going to follow us probably if we
Yeah.
try to run away. So
then I'm going to summon
Ooh, what are you summoning?
a shark.
A shark.
Shark, cool. Cool.
All right, so that's a full round action, but that shark
Right.
will be arriving next round.
Directly behind. Now it's 11 o'clock. Are we going
And yes, 11 o'clock, so make sure you document
shit.
that there's a shark showing up next round.
Okay. I will do that. I will write the actual things. All right. So do we want to? Are we stopping there,
I think we need
I think so.
or do you want to finish out the round?
we can do the round.
Round.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my shark in. Look at my shark in.
A shark
It's-
now.
All right. Cool. All right. So that is Bondrum is casting a spell. Poe, what do you do?
I enlarge. Can I reach that creature with a?
So I see you. Where are you?
I'm right by the door, right there.
Oh, okay.
It would be a 15-foot reach if I'm enlarged.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm going to tell Lorelei to using message to get closer and to use her light ability to try to give a little bit of light for everybody.
Okay.
Going to try to attack this thing.
All right. So you're gonna take your spear around the door and just like boom, try and hit it. Try to hit
Yeah.
that water gargoyle thing.
Yep.
Go for it.
Oh, I do not like this roller as much.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it either.
Why is it different? I don't feel like. it's any
Oh,
different.
I understand why. Let's troll to confirm. That bums. Ooh, 13. Let me check.
I don't
Yeah,
think I have ever rolled 2 fumbles in a night in my life.
This is a confirmed fumble.
Can't say that now.
You can't say that now. You've got another record. All right. In this case, it is bent. You take a -4 penalty on all attacks with this weapon until it is repaired.
Okay.
Oh,
-4 on the giant spear.
I can fix it with a cantrip. It's all right.
You got mending?
Yep. That'll put me out of the.
It'll take you out last time.
Around. But
it's only one round though.
Okay, hold on. All right, Arendar.
I am going on op fire, and anything that comes to within reach that's an enemy, I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay.
So if this thing comes charging through or tries to get at me, then yeah, I'm taking a swing.
Well, you won't have to wait long because in it comes. It hits that door like a tsunami. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that away. Which I think will work here. Let's just go ahead and see what happens when I do that. Nothing. Okay, that's great.
I cleared the north area.
Yeah, I think I missed it. Okay, here we go. Let's try that. There. Does that clear it?
Pretty much. Yep.
Okay, so he blasts through that door. Poe, I need you to roll a reflex save before you get bonked by that piece of thing. The power of this water flowing through there is incredible. Yeah, you managed to get out of the way, or you sort of like fend it off with your broken spear as the door sort of sinks down into the water. But now that area is open. Arendar, you get an attack of opportunity as it comes through, but it is also going to attack you with its claw in this case, if we had to move. All right, so 20 is a hit, but not a confirmation. So how much points?
16. Power attack.
That's a fair amount. All right, hold on a sec. 16 points. Well, so you're in for a problematic thing here. So let me do this. -16. 1 second. Yeah, the falcata pierces this thing and it just makes it angrier as it brings down a huge hand, a claw, just like a claw of water that it tries to rip you open with because it hates you.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
That's strong.
23? No.
Misses by 1.
Misses by 1. Hate that. All right, that is him. Wraith, you're up. How tall are you, Wraith?
5'11".
5'11". All right, so your head's above the water, but your bow is pretty much
So
submerged.
just gangster shoot it, just like have it above water and twist it sideways, and then just kind of.
Could work.
So is this thing above water? Above
It's
and
sort
below?
of, yeah, partially above water and partially below. I mean, you get the impression that it's part and parcel of it.
Okay. Well, part of me is above water.
Yep.
So I will try to use the bow.
All right, so you're going to lift the bow up and sort of like try to shoot it sideways kind of thing?
Well, if the water's 5 foot tall, it comes up to my chest. So yeah, it would be lift the bow sideways,
Okay.
like all deadly blonde elf style.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's partial cover for him. Ooh, 19. Hold on, let me check.
20.
20. All right, so that 20 would hit. What's the other one?
26.
26. All right, you managed to plant 2 arrows into a water creature holding your bow like a gangsta.
Gangsta. So 9
What a-
damage
9 damage. Okay.
on the first hit.
All right.
It's within 30 feet, but I don't have, never mind. And 8 damage on the second hit.
8 damage. Okay, cool.
So
The
9
arrows seem to go splashing through, but they do eventually emerge on the other side of the creature, but it seems like they slow down, and you can tell that the creature seems to be reacting to it. He's looking around. What did that to me? All right. Do you want to swim away or stay there?
No, I'm gonna do a 5-foot step back.
Okay. Cool. Oh, squiddly diddly. Boom. These things are plowing under the water and they come in like bolts of lightning.
Okay, if they get to there, I'm doing attack of opportunity
How are you getting to the attack of opportunity?
They're passing through.
because
it.
the one passed through, had to go right past me to get to the other side of me.
He
All
was
right.
not.
Hold on a sec.
He was waiting.
Oh,
the
he
other-
already did his op fire.
Oh.
No, that was my,
Uh,
that wasn't an attack of opportunity. That was my turn.
Right. So they're going to back up a little bit. He'll attack. He's not going to cross through there. All right.
Okay.
So these are squids, red colored.
And how are they both in there? Can't
uh,
occupy like friendly territories, spaces.
they're going through their friend, the water guy,
Yeah, but they're
and
kind of,
they're under the water. So imagine the water guys above, and they're like swooping in.
there's a bunch of stuff.
There's no friendlies in between you and them, or
Well,
Poe and them.
They're kind of like on top of each other.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about they're squids, right? They're in water.
Okay.
All right. One of them is going to try and bite you, and the other one's going to try and bite Poe. And Frank, wait a second. Yeah, they're both going to try. They're going to do some bites on you guys. So hold on. So first one is on Arendar. Nope. And Poe. 18 hit you, Poe.
No.
Nope.
Shit.
That's a fumble.
That doesn't. Bad headbutt. It tries to bite you and clunks its head into your knee. It's stunned for a round.
How ironic.
You stunned a squid
That's pretty
With
ironic.
your knee, with your giant knee.
with your giant fey knee. All right. So that's the squids. Oh no. Bottom of the order. Oh no. What are you doing?
Hey, let's see.
Okay. Lawful good monk swim style. Let's see it. So to do that, you would probably have to get to, if you're going to fight the squids, the best way to do that.
He's just gonna be between me and Poe right there.
Can he throw a punch? Well, I guess if he dives down, he could do that. Because Arendar, you're standing up, you're fighting on the
Oh
surface,
yeah, I'm
correct?
fine on the surface.
All right. So, oh no, if you want to dive down and punch a squid, you can do that, and you can occupy that space,
Where? Here?
like right
between
between
us.
Poe and Arendar.
All right.
That's
fine.
only a 5-foot step.
Basically, Mike is using my my
Exactly.
rules against me. That's
Um,
okay. It'll be fine.
But
Come experience.
yeah, you do
point.
that. It's only 5-foot steps. So you can do your flurry of blows and get multiple attacks.
Can I
Yeah. You basically dive down and you're gonna punch a squid.
hit him?
You can't get to him. You can get to the squid.
Yeah, the squid's kind of
Yeah.
moved in.
You see it right there?
I do. Can I spend a key point to get an extra attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I will do that.
And these guys can be stunned, so you can also throw a stunning fist in there.
Ooh, he's already stunned. That
Yeah,
one.
what are the pluses for him to hit the stunned one?
So he loses his dex bonus, which on a squid is pretty tense, man.
Hmm.
But yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him 3 times.
Okay,
Boom.
that's a hit.
Okay?
10 damage?
Yes, sir.
And you hit hard.
Yeah, you do, especially underwater. Go ahead. Do you want to do the second one?
7
Another hit. So we're up to 17 points of total damage.
and 6.
Another hit. 8. So 17 and 8 is 25
Hey.
points.
Yes, sir.
Wow, dude. You
Oh,
knocked
no,
the
you-
crap out of this dude.
Oh no, you just killed a squid
Bravo, no?
Just punched
by
a squid to death.
punching it. You just punched a squid to death.
Nicely done.
The dream of every 18-year-old.
Odo's like, you just punched the shit out of a squid that's now floating sort of backwards down onto the ground.
Well, that's what
Wraith,
you get.
All right, that is the bottom of the order. That's the end of round 1. We are at quarter after. We should probably stop here, but when we next play, we will start in Bellis Res at the same spot
With a 300-pound, 10-foot shark behind him.
Wraith
with a
is,
10-foot shark coming in to help.
Wraith is
Nice.
going to get out his utensils and some marinara sauce for the calamari.
Yep,
We eat tonight.
calamari.
Good night, everybody. Have a great
All right,
week.
thanks you guys. This was awesome. I
Night.
appreciate it.
Hey, guys.
Yep, thanks.
All right, see y'all.
Good night.